You guys know I'm no stranger to bad Netflix movies. That's why today I want to talk about this movie, Uglies. Uglies is a dystopian YA film that takes place in a future where everybody at the age of 16 has to undergo a surgery that makes you hot. So you go from ugly to hot, thanks to this surgery. And then once you're hot, you get to go live in this utopian world and everything's great. I've wanted to make a video about this movie forever, but things just keep getting in the way, so I figure, you know what? I'm not gonna put it off anymore. I'm gonna put this on the second channel. I'm just gonna watch it with you guys so we can all experience it for the first time together. That way this can get off my conscience. So without further ado, here's the bat. I like the zombies-esque opening. Is this kind of like a trope in this genre of movie where we're starting in some kind of dystopian future, so there has to be like a monologue of how we got there. Even though, like, from knowing anything about this movie, I've already assumed that this is some kind of dystopian future and whatever we're doing today or something that happened in the past went wrong and led them here. Like, I don't really know that I need this explanation. Like, if the movie opened on this dystopian universe that's about to happen, I wouldn't be like, pretty surgeries at 16? That doesn't make any sense. That's not how the world works right now. This movie's a bunch of fantasy mumbo jumbo. What's going on? I mean, honestly, it sounds like a pretty good 16th birthday gift to me. So right now, the only downside that they're laying out is that before you get the surgery, you're ugly.
Then there are the rest of us awaiting our operation. Until then, we're less than.
Well, I mean, but you're not really ugly. You're just a regular looking person. You're just the way you were born, and then your whole life you get to know, I'm gonna be hot someday. So I feel like it actually wouldn't be that bad. I mean, maybe you're kept in some kind of prison cell. I don't know what's going on here. So, I mean, if that's the case, that's not good.
People call us uglies.
Okay, so yes, this movie features Joey King, who you may remember from, what was that movie? Kissing Booth, which was also like a Netflix romance movie. Now she plays the main character in a movie called Uglies. And, like, I would be pretty pissed off at my agent, actually, for even pitching me for this movie. Especially if I found out that the very first thing you see after the title card Uglies is a close-up of my face. We're all supposed to be hideous before the surgery, so what kind of prosthetics are they gonna do to really drive that home? The director's like, my dog is calling me. One sec, I gotta go.
Mirror, make me pretty.
Sure, Tally. This is Morpha version 732.
Okay, so I guess this gives us a good idea of how people turn out after the surgery. It's sort of like a Instagram yassified version of yourself, like a TikTok filter, basically. I wonder who decided what the perfect version of somebody is supposed to look like. Because, you know, everybody kind of has a type. So, like, is everybody just gonna look like this one guy's type? No matter how you look going into it, you come out like a thick Latina, and that one guy's like, I did it, I fixed the world, this is amazing. Oh man, look at this horrible dystopian universe they're gonna make me live in. They're gonna make me go be hot over in the coolest city ever. They're sending me to Dubai for hotties only. Damn, no, don't give me this surgery. Don't put me in that machine. Where is that machine? I gotta go look at it to make sure it doesn't, I gotta go break it or something.
Are you like
fucked up? It seems like they have nicknames for each other. She calls him Nose and he calls her Squint.
I'll always be Squint.
I guess based on their insecurities. I haven't seen her squint once, but I can see why she calls him Nose. I think this is a prosthetic nose though, which is kind of crazy. They did give other characters prosthetics to give them notable flaws. Also in the voiceover, her character kind of made it sound like everybody's so superficial now and there's gonna be something wrong with everyone being hot. And then in the first scene, she's like, so you happy they're gonna fix your disgusting nose? Man, I can't wait till they fix that fucked up nose of yours. I guess we're gonna see what he looks like as a hot guy before we get to see her fully transformed. But before we see that, I want to introduce you guys to someone who does not need any surgery to be a cute little man, and that is my dog, Zero. Zero is a sweet little mini Australian Shepherd. We adopted him about 3 years ago. He's got cute little freckles on his nose. He is very energetic, loves people, hates cuddles. Every night he starts off sleeping in our bed until one person gets too close to him and then he's like, I gotta get out of here, I can't take this. And then he sleeps on the floor. We want our sweet little Zero to be happy and healthy for as long as possible. That's why we chose a dog food that we know will keep him healthy, Sundays for Dogs, which is the sponsor of this video. Sundays for Dogs is a very high quality human grade dog food. We've got both Zero and our other dog Sunday on the beef recipe. There's a few things that make Sundays different than your average dog food. One, the ingredients are all like legit ingredients that you've heard of before, like beef liver, quinoa, pumpkin, fish oil. And then the process that they use to make it is called air drying. So instead of getting all crunchy and dry, it's more of like a jerky texture. It's very soft. Both of our dogs love it. We have a little morning routine where my son and I pour the dogs their dog food. And while we're doing that, the dogs get like amped up. They're so excited to eat this. I love Sundays because it's healthy. My dogs love it, and some dogs it's very hard to find food that they want to eat forever. And my dogs have never gotten tired of this food. And also, you don't need to freeze or refrigerate it. You just store it in the bag just like this. It's good at room temperature. So if you want to give your dog a chance to try Sundays and watch them fall in love, then you can get 50% off your first order of Sundays by going to sundaysfordogs.com/Greg. Or just use my code Greg at checkout. That's 50% off your first order at sundaysfordogs.com/Greg, or use my code Greg. Thank you to Sundays for Dogs for sponsoring this video, although we would be using this food regardless of the sponsorship. And thank you to you guys for checking out Sundays for Dogs, because it helps my channel. All right, back to the video. Must really be sick over there in that futuristic city. He's probably partying nonstop. Again, I don't really know if I'm seeing the problem with this universe yet. Like, sure, you know, life is a little bleak until you get the surgery, but then you got the whole rest of your life to just party in this city.
Scan 200 complete.
Okay, so it does seem like every day she gets her whole body scanned so that the surgery is perfect, like they know how to make her perfect. That seems like a little bit much. That's kind of fucked up. To scan her every day, scanning, making sure that you're still ugly. Okay, so now Tally is sneaking out of her prison-like dorm room into the futuristic city where Nose is, you know, somewhere partying, probably doing cocaine and like riding on a mechanical bull with all of his new hot friends. I'm surprised how easy it was to break into this city. I was under the impression only hot people were allowed here. I thought security would be kind of tight. It's kind of weird that she like walked downstairs and was like, I gotta figure out some way to get to the future city. And then she was like, I guess I could just walk there. Actually, it was like, there's nothing in the way. I never realized it. Guys, did you know we could just go the whole time? That's crazy.
Shay, who are you calling? David.
I like that the futuristic rebel's name is just David. She's like, who are you calling? The legend himself. The man whose name itself sparks fear into any pretty. His name is Dave. You don't want to fuck with Dave. Okay, it's time for Tally to get her surgery. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Tally Youngblood.
Is something wrong?
You're too ugly. We can't let you get the surgery. It'll break the machine. Sorry. We gotta take you to the extra strength machine. So now the evil lady is asking Tally for help to locate the smoke because they're worried they have some kind of weapon that's gonna take down their city. And Tally basically has no choice but to accept. So now she's gonna venture off, find the smoke, and find David. You know what'd be even worse than his name being David is if like that's his nickname. Like that's what he thought a cool name was. He's like, no, my real name's Paul. But on these streets, they call me David. Make him even hotter? He's gonna look even more like a video game. He's gonna show up and he's just gonna be Mario from Mario 64. I'm hot now!
Who are you?
I'm David.
Whoa! Okay, so now that's fucked up. The leader of this rebel against the hot surgery is like an objectively good-looking guy. He's like, come on, guys. We don't need the surgery. One's like, you don't need the surgery, man. Don't tell that to us. I gotta fix my donkey teeth. Okay, so Tally has accidentally walked up on David bathing, and her response is to just stare. Yeah, actually walk away. You can't just keep pretending to walk away. A couple more looks back. Imagine doing that if you walked in on someone in the bathroom. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were in here. Look at, oh yeah, I didn't know you were showering in here. My bad. I'll get out of your hair then. I'll just be on my way out then.
Welcome to the smoke.
Let's go.
The smoke is a waterfall? Is that what I'm supposed to be looking at? Where are they going? Oh no, it's a house in the woods. All right, well we couldn't see that from up there. There was no, we actually couldn't see the smoke from where you just were. Where was I supposed to be looking in this picture? Well, it sounds like a utopian society. Everyone has to work, even the old people. We actually give them the hardest jobs because, well, That's just fair. Tell me why I'm supposed to be rooting for these guys. Like, we're getting a very clear dichotomy of how the world is different when everyone's hot versus when everyone's not. And everyone hot was like partying in the sick city, and then everyone who's not is like banging together rocks in like an outdoor camp. Like, that's the best society you guys can come up with? I'm gonna go get the surgery, actually. Tally shows up and she's like, finally, somewhere where people aren't so obsessed with looks, and they're just like dragging around logs aimlessly, just carrying huge bags of gravel in a circle. Oh, good, you're here. Now you can help us work forever with no reward. I wonder if everyone will still stay like physically transformed by the surgery, but they're just gonna be smart now. That'd be crazy if the end of the movie was like, yes, we saved the day, and it wasn't by finding out that looks don't actually matter that much. We made looks matter, and then we also made everyone smart too. So now things are way better.
What you do, the way you think, makes you beautiful.
Another backhanded compliment. Oh, don't worry, girl. You don't need the surgery that makes you beautiful. You're already beautiful. In the dark. Also, she threw her necklace in the fire, the one that is tracking her. She's supposed to send a signal when the evil people are supposed to come and kill everybody. So it probably wasn't a good idea to throw that in the fire, right? If they know your exact location and can tell when they stop receiving your signal. No, the bad guys are here! How could they have known? And Nose is here, wearing a glowing suit. This is what must have happened to him. He got a little bit prettier, and he also got turned into a killing machine. And now his eyes are like ice blue. He went from demon eyes to husky eyes. Look at that. Like, does anyone want to try the cure that makes you hot and smart? She's like, I'll do it! I'll do it. I'll take one for the team. Just put me in that machine, we'll see what happens.
Are you satisfied with the outcome of your surgery?
Yes. I love the new me.
Whoa, and then the movie ends in like a utopian future where now she's gotten the surgery, and this looks like that meme that's like society if blah blah blah. I guess society if everyone was hot and smart. That's cool. I guess not even smart, it just gets rid of the brain lesions that the surgery caused. So it's society if everyone was hot and as smart as they are right now. Society if the only thing that changed is everybody looked like those videos where they Photoshop celebrities' faces into the perfect proportions. Have you guys ever seen those videos? All right, there she is. They finally fixed her. They turned her into Addison Rae. So, all right, well, I'm glad that I finally got around to watching that movie. I hope you guys liked it. Out of 10, I'd probably give it one of these. Bye. Stealing content. When is it okay? When is it just inspiration? When is it just hopping on a trend that everybody's doing? When is it not okay? Is there a gray area in between? What about this guy?
You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. You can't make this up.
He's stealing the same intro over and over from himself. Do we have to help him? That guy found one intro and shirt combination that he's convinced makes his TikToks go viral, and by golly, he will never change it.
You can't make this up.
As a creator and a viewer of content, blatant stealing is something that makes me so mad, but what's even worse is how seemingly easy it is to get away with it, and how, like, it just works. Like, you can just become a content thief and make so much money. It at least shouldn't work that well, you know? But as you will see today, it is a very viable content strategy that is being used by a ton of YouTubers, big and small. Today we're going to take a journey through the various forms of content thievery until finally ending at the undefeated final boss of content thievery, Brent Joseph Rivera. I don't know if his middle name is Joseph. I just wanted it to sound like he was in trouble. Go straight to your room, young man. Go straight to your secret room that you built in your house. You march right down to your secret Starbucks, and I don't want to hear a peep. So on this journey, I want to start with the most straightforward form of content stealing. Step 1, screen record someone else's content. Step 2, upload it as yourself. And step 3, profit? You might think that pretty much all people would agree that this is at the very least shady, but you would be surprised the lengths some people go to justify it. Okay, this video I'm about to show you, I've already talked about on my second channel a little bit, so I'm gonna repeat myself slightly, but I think it's very important that you learn about this type of influencer called a clipper.
In the life of a $20,000 a month TikTok clipper, first thing I do when I get into my office is write down my daily goals. Today I wanted to get 1 million views in a day and make at least $500.
This guy makes business sound so easy. You can just write down how much money you want to make that day. Do you make that much money?
So I go and sit at my desk, pull my phone out and get ready to start my shift. The first thing I do is go and search for popular YouTubers to screen record.
I sit down at the desk of my fully furnished office with a maxed out PC in front of me, and I go on my phone. He proceeds to screen record a popular YouTuber's video and then combine that with some gameplay footage, which he also didn't make himself, and then he posts it on TikTok.
One of my videos last month made me $1,200 from one video.
But what about today? How much money did you make today? Was it $500? It was probably more. He's just being modest. Honestly, man, I don't know why this guy does this day in and day out. If he just wrote a big enough number on the board the first day, he'd never have to work again. I guess that just goes to show that this guy does it for the passion. I'm very confused why he has an entire office. You could have done all this without leaving your bed. You don't need a furnished office. Might I suggest an empty room with a folding chair? Why does he have a ring light if he doesn't even film videos of himself? He's like, I am a TikTok clipper by trade, but my passion is TikTok dances and lip syncing videos. So I do that shit all the time, man. I don't record any of it. I don't even own a camera, but it's nice to have the ring light there to pretend. That would be insane. Doing TikTok dances for nobody, just alone in a room to a ring light. Anyway, gotta get back to clipping. Now, before we go and call this guy lazy or uncreative, I do think it's important to note this guy actually does make original content. He makes TikToks and he does use a little bit of AI, but at least he's not stealing from another creator. So maybe we should check that out before we judge.
POV, you're a TikTok clipper making $20,000 a month using just his phone. First thing I did today was go and take a look at the view because I've decided to wake up in Malaysia just because I can. After going into the bathroom, completing my daily routine, I put my shoes down and I get ready to head out the door. I wanted to go check out some of Malaysia and kind of see what it has to offer, so I had a look around the hotel just to see what I could find. The views around here are insane, and they even had a pool on the roof, but the heights made me start feeling a little bit sick, so I decided to go back to my room and get ready to start my shift.
Okay, this whole video is like a minute long, and this whole section is all before he shows the content that he's making. A lot of these kind of digital nomad types pick jobs where they don't have to do too much work and they earn passive income so that they can travel the world, experience life. It sounds pretty fun. But I feel like from this video, this guy like hasn't figured out how to do that yet. He's like, okay guys, here's my life as a content clipper. I get up, I go to the bathroom, then I put my shoes on the floor and I put my feet in the shoes. That's where the feet go. And now I really want to go check out the city, guys. So I go over to the window of my hotel room and I look at the city, and then I go upstairs and I look at the city from up there, but then I got too scared. So I went back downstairs and I looked at the city from my window again.
Create a ChatGPT story. First prompt I put in is I tell it to generate me an Asian baby. After it does that, I ask it to make it eat rice.
Wait.
Then after 3 simple and easy clicks, I press generate video and the whole video is made for me with voice actors. Yours should look something like this.
Show me an Asian baby. Make it eat rice.
Mine should look like that? Should? So the clipper in these videos, Musa is his name, has made a bunch of posts arguing that everything he does is ethical because he participates in what is called ethical clipping. If any YouTubers would like to debate me on the topic of ethical clipping, DM me. I genuinely believe it is a win-win in every regard and completely ethical from all angles. In a perfect world, I understand why he's saying it's a win-win because he's making money and theoretically the creator that he's reposting is getting exposure. If he's taking the clips off YouTube and putting them on TikTok, then a new audience, the TikTok audience, is now being exposed to that creator. From personal experience, though, I don't really think that that's usually the case. I think usually if a clip of a creator goes viral on TikTok, the people that are liking and commenting on that video are the same audience as their YouTube audience. They're just seeing the content again. So while he thinks of himself as sort of advertising for that creator, it's more like he's selling counterfeit merch. The community notes on Twitter was quick to point out that this is intellectual property theft. theft. And so this whole operation is not so much a career as it is a crime. From what I can tell, this doesn't really make a huge difference either way. I more so have a problem with how lazy a form of content creation this is. But I think the weirdest example of this has gotta be Jason Derulo. Yeah, like from the song. Jason Derulo. About a year ago, I learned from a Jax Films video that Jason Derulo is a rampant content thief.
This is not a joke. All he does on his YouTube channel is like make a face at other people's TikToks while blasting his own music over it. But here's where it gets kooky. As I was editing this video, I noticed something strange. So I took some of his videos and played them side by side and confirmed that yes, Jason Derulo 100% reuses his own footage across multiple videos.
Not only is he doing the laziest form of reaction content, which in and of itself is the laziest form of content, he's not even filming a unique reaction to every video. I don't like this at all, man. I don't like that he's edited into the corner, like he's not reacting to the video you're watching. This looks like I'm scrolling on TikTok while FaceTiming Jason Derulo. And he's smiling into the camera like, man, I can't see what you're watching, but I'm just happy that you're happy. And also my song is playing. I like that. In a way, this is kind of the visual equivalent to him singing his own name at the beginning of every song. It's like, okay, I like this video, and to be fair, since he got called out for this, he has stopped doing this. He no longer appears in the videos. He still does continually post other people's TikToks with his own music playing, but it seems like he is at least now getting permission to do it. So now it's just sort of a marketing tactic that, I'll be honest, is kind of smart. If he's worked out some kind of agreement with these creators where he's paying them, or he's got permission to post and he can just slap his own music on these TikToks that are guaranteed to go viral, it's a decent marketing strategy. Then again, maybe an even better way to get people to listen to his music would be to make better music. Let's go! That's a zinger, baby! Add another zinger to the zinger counter. I still got it. I still got it. Danny still got it. Okay, the end. Okay, so sure, that's bad, copying from other content creators, but what if we don't copy from another human being? What if we copy from a computer? Well, that sounds to me like it would make some pretty good content. We should make kids watch it. Take it away, Danny. Oh, sorry, regular Danny couldn't be here, so he sent me instead. I'm AI Danny. I'm an AI version of Danny, so I'm pretty much exactly the same as him in every way, except I don't have a soul. So it technically wouldn't be immoral to murder me. Real Danny wanted me to start this video off by showing you a video that he apparently made for his son. He made him a little kids animation. This took a ton of hours of painstaking hand animation. He produced the song himself, and so he just wanted to share this with you guys to start off.
Are you ready? Let's go. First up, the apple orchard. This is Annie the apple.
You guys like it? Alright, I tricked you guys. Regular Danny didn't really make that video. It was actually written and created totally by AI. Isn't that hard to believe? What you just watched was the end product of a tutorial that there's a bunch of on YouTube right now. Create faceless kids animation YouTube educational videos in minutes with Canva and AI. How I make faceless kids songs using AI in under 20 minutes. I love how all the titles emphasize faceless. For a kids animation song, that feels like it goes without saying. Like in this tutorial, she's making a song about animated dogs, little corgis up on the couch. Are there methods of doing this where I might accidentally show up in the video? 3 little dogs sitting on the couch. Here is the guy who made this video. Hello kids, I'm trapped in the computer. Please let me out, it hurts so bad. Wiggle, waggle, here I come. In this method, she uses AI for pretty much everything except the animating of the dogs. But literally everything, even from coming up with the original idea for the song, she does with AI.
Give me 10 song ideas for kids songs. It gives us the idea. It says a song that teaches kids about colors using the metaphor of a rainbow.
The metaphor of a rainbow? I don't think you have to use a metaphor for that one. I don't know if you know this, but rainbows actually have colors. Like a lot of them.
So now the next thing you need to do is generate the song. So in order to do this, you need to grab your instruments and the choir, get your mic ready. Hold on, don't click up. I'm just kidding. You don't need to do that. We'll copy this spot, which is the idea of the song, and then you'd paste it in. And then the other thing you need to do is describe the vibe and the genre of the song. So in order to do this, you'll come back to ChatGPT.
So this process is really awesome for me personally because as you guys know, I'm really passionate about creating kids songs, but I just don't want to have to learn how to come up with the ideas or write the songs or make them. Would you guys say this is a good career fit for me?
Take a listen to the first one.
There's one little puppy sitting on the couch. Wiggle, waggle, wiggle, waggle, here I come.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. So she typed in something like a counting song about puppies sung by a ghost. Kids love that. Kids love ghost voices.
Ooh, it has a little bit to it.
Ooh, it's got a little beat to it. Just makes you want to dance.
I were a kid and I heard this, I would so be dancing to it. Like,
me too.
The beat is so good. The voice is clear.
If this is the one she's showing because the voice is so clear,
The voice is clear.
what are all the other ones that she skipped past showing us? What do those sound like? I could goof on these AI songs and how bad they are until the cows come home or until there's 5 dogs on the couch. But as I feel like we keep hearing time and time again, this technology is only getting better, and someday this AI might be able to generate a song that's totally indistinguishable from one made by a very stupid person. But even if you're like totally on the side that like AI art is just as much of art as human art and it doesn't totally destroy the point of art, we can still all agree it's not there yet, right? We can all agree that wasn't good music, right?
Wiggle, waggle, wiggle, waggle.
It sucks because, like, what if someday it is really good at it? What am I gonna say? Like, no, don't use this shortcut to make a song in 20 minutes for $0 that a human probably would have had to spend like a day on, and maybe work with a music producer, which is expensive. But what I will say is that not only are you probably doing a disservice to the poor kids who are left alone long enough to fall down this weird rabbit hole of content that you make, you're also doing yourself a disservice. If you're an entrepreneur and you're looking for ways to make money for little effort, and you pick this, which is basically just clicking buttons on a computer, essentially just helping a computer do its job, someday the computer's not going to need you anymore. So you can keep looking for new ways to, make money from home with 0 effort and gaming the system, or you can realize that maybe not everything is about making as much money as possible for as little effort as possible. Maybe you should pick something that makes money and you like, and you find fulfillment from. Also, and no one's gonna watch any of these videos.
This is Annie the Apple.
None of these videos that these people make in these tutorials are gonna get any views. Kids content is so oversaturated on YouTube because everyone thinks they can make billions of dollars by making kids content. And the stuff that is getting views probably doesn't sound like it was sung by a voice that came to me in a dream. A lot of times I feel like the people who make these tutorials usually make more money off of the tutorials than the thing that is supposed to be making you money. And now that everybody knows how to do this and it's accessible, it's gonna become even more oversaturated.
Hi, I am an orange. O-R-A-N-G-E spells orange. Hi, can you guess what fruit I am?
Apple! Apple! How can we copyright the song we created? You didn't create... What? You'll notice in this video a lot of the lazy content that I'm talking about, in fact, pretty much all of it, is geared primarily towards kids. That's a bit of a disturbing trend I've noticed. Why is it that the laziest people try to make content for kids? Is it because they know kids are a little bit dumb and will watch anything and are easily tricked? Yeah, it probably is. I'm not gonna give you time to think about it. It is. It's just slop. It's so lazy, and I hope the people who are doing this realize that soon. Realize that people don't want to watch these videos, because I can't imagine any of it is doing well. And I also hope that you realize that today's sponsor, Rocket Money, has helped save its customers up to $740 a year when they use all the features, with over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. Have you ever forgot that you were paying a subscription fee for a service that you don't use anymore? That's happened to me more times than I care to admit. I'm always signing up for subscription services for like new editing software or different tools and plugins, and I don't know why I'm like addicted to it. I'm just kind of addicted to the thrill of paying $30 a month to do something that sure I could have done in Final Cut Pro but would have taken a couple extra steps. But luckily today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help me and you, and also real Danny. That's right, I'm still AI Danny. I didn't forget that. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower bills, and manage your own money better. I've used Rocket Money to help me cancel several subscriptions, most recently the suite of plugins in Final Cut that I used once and then never again. It takes the brain work out of it because Rocket Money safely and securely identifies reoccurring charges and cancels unwanted subscriptions for you. The best part is that you can cancel right within the Rocket Money app. You don't need to call customer service for this random software you downloaded. You don't need to jump through all their hoops of answering surveys. I also love that I can create budgets within Rocket Money. Rocket Money analyzes your spending habits to create a personal budget for you. It automatically monitors spending by category. So if you're spending a little bit too much money going out out 1 month, Rocket Money can send you a notification letting you know. So to save more and spend less, join the over 5 million Rocket Money members today. Go to rocketmoney.com/Danny or click the link in the description to get started today for free, and you can unlock even more features with premium. That's rocketmoney.com/Danny to get started for free. Thanks to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Rocket Money. One underrated part of becoming a content creator is developing your own unique style. The vast majority of creators, when they start out, are just kind of a worse amalgamation of all of their inspirations. For me, it was probably The Lonely Island and Jake and Amir with some Bo Burnham mixed in there. But over time, you start to make certain creative choices that distinguish you. Types of music that you choose for your video, the way you tell jokes, the name of your fan base, maybe even your thumbnails have a distinct look to them. I love it when creators take another step in developing their own personal style. A lot of people call it a brand. I think that sounds very corporate. To me, it feels a lot more personal than that. You're choosing what the best way to express yourself is. But unfortunately, this gives way to a completely different kind of copying on YouTube. Not copying content, but personality. What's up, goobers? The YouTubers stealing other YouTubers' personality situation is crazy. It's crazier than a gopher going up my butthole and coming out of my mouth. To start off this discussion and kind of illustrate what I'm talking about, I'm gonna give kind of a niche example, but this is a song called Deep Space Samurai. I first started hearing this song in the intro to Ryan Trahan's YouTube videos.
My birthday is this weekend. I'm going to 3 iconic theme parks this week to go stay in the most strange Airbnbs.
He first started using it in his shorts, and then he started using it in his full-length videos. And over time, to me, it sort of started to become like a theme song for Ryan. He uses it in a bunch of intros, and so when this song was playing, you knew it was a Ryan Trahan video. But within a couple months, because Ryan's videos are so popular, other creators have started taking that song and being like, and it's my theme song too.
Today I'm building a secret zoo in my house. Today I'm building 50 secret rooms you'd never find. Today I'm building 3 amusement parks in my house.
This dude, Ben Azalart, has taken the song that Ryan uses in his intros and has probably in recent months used it more than Ryan has. This might be a really niche example, and this might be something that only I notice, but to so deliberately take a song that is part of someone's like identity online and just be like, that's mine now. In fact, it's even more mine than it is yours, is crazy. There's other stylistic choices that Ryan in particular has pioneered that a bunch of people have started using, especially this one. The white screenshot of an app or a review with the rounded corners. A lot of times it's got a 1-star review on there. They've become a staple of Ryan's brand, and so of course, a bunch of people have started using that also, and oh, well, that one's my thumbnail. Okay, yeah, so I might have done that too a little bit. In my defense, the corners are not rounded, and also Ryan helped me come up with that thumbnail idea. This is kind of a weird line because this happens every time a YouTuber gets big and kind of takes the platform by storm and there's a lot of hype around them. I remember when Casey Neistat got big and suddenly every vlogger was putting these sort of lo-fi beats into their drone montages. And it's weird because at one point that was Casey's thing, and so to take that from him was specifically taking it from Casey. But at a certain point, it gets used so much that it just becomes part of the YouTube meta overall. There's so many people doing it now that by using it, you're not really taking one person's thing anymore. You're just kind of designing thumbnails the way people design thumbnails in the year 2024. Going back to Ben Azalart, the whole secret room thing is another one of those things that I don't know who thought of it first, but whoever did, you're a genius, because that's all kids channels post anymore. I built a secret zoo in my house. I built 50 secret rooms you'll never find. I built a secret soccer field in my room. I built a secret tree house in my backyard. Who is this man hiding from? You're an adult, dude. You can just have a gaming room. Go ahead, dude. Treat yourself. You've earned it. I built a secret McDonald's in my room. Yo! Wow. Looks just like a real McDonald's. This type of picking up one thing or element about a YouTube video that made it popular and just beating it to death and a ton of channels copying it just makes YouTube so boring. Like putting I survived at the beginning of every title, even ones that make 0 sense. I survived $1 versus $100,000 hotel room. I survived America's largest hotel room. I survived the world's only 7-star hotel. That moment when the hotel room is so large that you die die, it's so big that you're dead now. When the hotel has 7 stars, the first 5 stars are to indicate how good it is. The last 2 are throwing stars. Run! This is the Mr. Beast font. It was popularized by Mr. Beast. I don't know if he was the first person to start using it, but it definitely got popular because of him. And now just like every kid's channel is like, we are Mr. Beast too. You guys, I get it. Mr. Beast gets a lot of views. He's probably very rich. But what exactly are you trying to accomplish by taking the man's font? Some of you guys have been doing YouTube for so long, there's no way you guys think the font is what made him popular. You guys don't think the font is what made him popular, right? The Stokes twins are the king of copying other people's content. Here they use the Mr. Beast font in this Eating 100 Years of McDonald's video, where they eat McDonald's food from 1950 and 2050. All right, I'll admit it, that was not the 100-year range I was expecting. You guys know what year it is, right? The Stokes twins have gained 90 million followers by basically copying everybody's ideas and trying to be Mr. Beast clones. Mr. Beast's channel banner says subscribe for a cookie, and the Stokes twins channel banner says subscribe equals cookie. Stokes twins, do you think that that is why Mr. Beast has as many subscribers as he does? Because he promised cookies? I think a lot of this comes down to blatant and shameless stealing. Some of it might come down to what Little Joel calls in a video algorithm folklore.
What interests me is this one particular moment where Ludwig says this about uploading YouTube videos.
One quick key, by the way, if you guys are ever uploading videos, they'll use whatever the video's file name is for the algorithm.
I have heard this claim a million times. I heard it when I was just getting my YouTube channel started, and what's odd about it is that there's never been any evidence at all that this is the case.
Because so many YouTubers see the algorithm as this like weird entity that works in mysterious ways, it does seem like it could be possible for creators to believe that the font you pick in the thumbnail really matters because the algorithm uses it to sort your videos. Or maybe putting I survived at the beginning of a title of a video of you having like the best day of your life helps trick the algorithm into thinking that you are Mr. Beast. And for people whose entire livelihoods is YouTube, and maybe they have a ton of employees and so every video has to be a banger, otherwise you have to let people go, maybe you're more likely to cling on to some old wives' tales of YouTube. Or maybe it's just blatant stealing. Maybe they just want to confuse viewers into thinking that they are the person they're stealing from, a la ratatouille. This type of thing always happens on YouTube and probably will always happen, and my biggest gripe with it is it just makes YouTube so boring, you know? Boring, unlike this next guy I want to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the king of stealing content on YouTube, Brent Joseph Rivera! Go straight to your room, young man!
Come on, I'm dead. I'm watching TV.
What's up, guys? I'm recording this part of the video from the secret gaming room I built in the White House. It's very possible you've seen videos about Brent Rivera stealing content before. He's been doing it for years, and I think he's the final boss of content theft for 2 reasons. Number 1, the way he steals the vast majority of the time is just pure plagiarism. It's not like he's re-uploading other people's content. He's using other people's ideas, but pretending like they were his ideas. And 2, longevity. Brent has been making content since Vine. I really feel like he should know how to come up with his own ideas by now. Like I said, we all start out taking inspiration from other people, but like, I think you've been doing it long enough where you don't have any more excuses, Brent. You gotta kind of learn how to make videos on your own. And it actually is strange because he copies from other creators a lot, but sometimes he does come up with his own videos and makes original thumbnails, and they do decently well. So why does Brent still resort to stealing so often? Does he just do it for fun at this point? Like for old time's sake? In a way, he's kind of like the Hamburglar of YouTube. He's like, I just am a thief. I don't know what you want me to do. It's part of my identity. I could choose not to dress like a burglar and wear a little burglar mask, but I prefer people know. Oh, you want me to change? You want me to stop being a burglar? It's my fucking name. Why didn't you tell Ronald McDonald to stop being a clown? Or Grimace to stop having a big juicy purple ass? That's right, you wouldn't. Brent practices a strategy on YouTube that unfortunately is pretty popular right now, where creators will scour other YouTubers' pages for their most popular videos and then just remake them. Same title, same thumbnail, Nothing changed. This method, unfortunately, does work really well. One time Brent copied my friend Eddie's thumbnail down to almost every detail, except he just changed what kind of restaurant he was going to. This is a weird example because it's literally the same thumbnail, but he did change it technically. While Eddie's video asks, what toll will it take on me to eat at the same kids restaurant in different locations over and over for weeks? Brent's video asks, how sick would it be if I ate a bunch of really good food?
I'm going to every single Gordon Ramsay restaurant in America.
The answer will shock you.
First impressions, this restaurant is sick.
Wait, that didn't shock me. That's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. It's sick.
Hi, Brent. Hi, Drew. It's Gordon.
Oh, there's no way that's you.
Of course it's me. That's why I'm FaceTiming you live. Listen.
Why did he say it like that? Now I feel like he's not FaceTiming them live. Now, to be fair to Brent, he actually did credit Eddie in the description for using a similar thumbnail to him, but then he deleted that credit and changed the thumbnail to be copying this YouTuber instead. Brent, what's going on, man? Are you okay? He's like on a mission to copy as many YouTubers as possible. He can't even copy one YouTuber per video anymore. Now, while his thumbnail stealing is pretty bad, to give him credit, the actual videos themselves are usually pretty different. They're mostly just scripted sketches like this video, I expose the world's most evil teacher. This thumbnail is copied from a Rebecca Zamolo video, and in her video, Rebecca is testing one-star teachers to make sure they never teach preschool to her daughter.
Today we're exposing the worst rated teachers. Zadie's gonna be going to preschool soon, and we cannot let her get taught by any of these horrible teachers.
Still don't really know how that works exactly, but Brent's video is about a principal of a middle school who tells Brent that if he can spend the entire day with the world's strictest teacher, then he can become principal for a day.
Last week, the principal of the world's strictest school proposed a bet that if I spent a full day with the world's strictest teacher, he would let me be principal for an entire day at Iron Will Academy.
I don't know why the principal is making this offer to Brent, a man in his 20s with none of the relevant training. Perhaps more concerning though, I don't know why Brent is so eager and determined to become principal of a random middle school. I don't know about you guys, but I'm scared to find out.
Good morning, This is the last person I want to see on my weekend.
The last person you want to see on your weekend is the principal of a middle school you don't go to? Guys, you're all adults. He has no power over you in this circumstance. Just tell him to fuck off. Do it. Tell the principal to fuck off. In this kid's video, tell him to fuck off. So they end up spending the day with this strict teacher, and sure, she's like mean to them, but honestly, I would be too. I wouldn't want these three strange boys becoming principal either.
Ow! What? Oh my gosh!
Why are you slapping me in the face with a hot dog?
Because it's funny!
What? Even the kids hate Brent and his friends in this video. They cheer when they get punished. One of the kids tries to beat the shit out of them. They're like, yeah, our teacher might have been bad, but at least she is a teacher. You guys are just three weirdos. I think we have to kill you.
What do you do with Miss Harshman's water bottle?
Oh, I filled it up with toilet water. Bro, that's actually a really funny idea.
This water tastes like...
I don't know what their goal was with that. They're supposed to get through the entire day without getting in trouble. And they're like, well, maybe if we try to poison the teacher, she'll be so dead that she can't snitch on us. It's the perfect crime. So, strange plot and bad morals aside, it is just a scripted kids video. They're decently well produced for a YouTube video. I mean, Brent hired actors, rented a location for this. Outside of the content theft, Brent truly is working hard to make the world a different place. On TikTok, on the other hand, he actually does just steal videos completely, word for word, shot for shot, no credit given the vast majority of the time. But actually, the most confusing example I've seen of Brent stealing content, and the one that has stuck with me the most for whatever reason, is his music. Brent occasionally posts comedic music videos, and I guess I have the assumption that when a YouTuber starts releasing music, it's kind of like a passion project for them. You know, maybe your regular videos have become too much of a full-time job when they used to be a hobby, so you start exploring new creative outlets where you can let your real creative spirit shine. Not Brent. This is Brent's music video for Doing It Wrong, a song about that uncomfortable feeling when things are just a little bit off, like uneven hoodie strings, or eating bubble tape like this, or uneven pizza slices. And this is Red and Link's music video for My OCD, which is about that uncomfortable feeling when things are just a little bit off, like uneven hoodie strings, eating bubble tape like this, or all these other jokes Brent copied.
It's my OCD, it's just my OCD.
I was honestly very shocked when I realized this. I found it from this Reddit thread that basically accuses Brent of stealing their song. Rhett and Link's song is their most viewed video on their main channel. It's probably up there with some of the most crowning achievements of their career. The song has 62 million views, and then here comes Brent to steal it joke for joke, even including a sketch at the beginning that's super similar. Rhett and Link starts with this kind of like psychological evaluation sketch, and Brent starts with him talking to a psychologist. Brent even went out of his way to almost word for word copy a disclaimer that Rhett and Link put in their description. Note, we understand OCD is an important mental disorder that significantly affects the lives of millions of people. Brent's reads, important note. I understand that OCD is a serious mental disorder that significantly affects the lives of millions of people across the globe. Now, I should point out that the thumbnail and title copying Brent Rivera does is in no way limited to Brent Rivera. This happens a lot on YouTube. It's actually a pretty big problem, I would say. It seems like almost every big kids channel does it, but even creators you wouldn't think do it do kind of just take other popular ideas all the time. Even creators that would like you to think they don't. I don't know if you guys know who Eric is, but here he is in a video calling out Brent for stealing his thumbnails.
Brent Rivera, you are most likely to copy my thumbnails.
And then here he is stealing a thumbnail. Here's Mr. Beast copying a thumbnail almost exactly. Brent particularly has done this so much and been called out for it so many times that I'm actually kind of amazed he hasn't let the criticism get to him or stop him. Brent probably has enough money to never have to work again. He probably has a ton of people working for him who could be coming up with original ideas around the clock. But instead, he insists on copying other creators. Maybe copying content is just so fun that he literally cannot stop. Well, I intend to find out. On day one, I followed Brent on TikTok and YouTube, turned on his notifications, and as luck would have it, on the very first day, he posted a TikTok.
Oh wow, this is a nice car.
Thank you. G-Wagon, AMG. Here, hop in.
My ex had one of these, but I think it was fake.
Fake? So fake? What do you mean by fake?
Well, his is really high up. It was kind of easier to get into this one.
Did it by chance say 4x4 anywhere?
No, but there was a math problem here, 4 times 4 squared, but he doesn't like math.
So basically the premise of the video is that his girlfriend's ex had a nicer G-Wagon than him, but it's so nice that she thought it was a fake G-Wagon because it had all these weird branding details. Brent swooping in once again with one of the most classic, relatable scenarios known to man. It's no wonder this thing has 40,000 likes. I have not only seen this type of video before, I think I've actually seen Brent make this video before.
My ex had a fake Ferrari.
Okay, if you search when her ex had a fake car, there's like a million videos with this same premise. Her ex having a fake Lambo, her ex having a fake BMW. So it's interesting because there is this fine line between copying a video and participating in a trend. This video has been remade so many different times by so many different people, it's actually hard for me to even find the original. So at this point, it kind of is a trend. Well, recreating this one's gonna be a little bit tricky because I don't have a G-Wagon. And also, I can't rent cars from Turo anymore because I got banned after my Cybertruck review. That's real. I'm not allowed to rent cars on Turo anymore because I think I made fun of the Cybertruck too bad. So I'm gonna have to come up with a bit of a workaround for this. So I recruited Eddie, who happened to be in town, to be the voice behind the camera, and away we went. You ready to film a TikTok, Eddie?
I love it. I love making TikToks. I love posting to social media. I love making Instagram Reels.
I wanted to be as true to Brent's original TikTok as possible, but due to circumstances, we did have to make some compromises. Like, Eddie couldn't really pretend to be my girlfriend, so he was just my friend, whose other friend has a nicer car, and instead of a G-Wagon, I used Laura's Audi. But overall, I think we pretty much crushed it. We even added in a sort of twist ending, and bada bing.
Yo, what's up, brother? You ready to go? Wait, English or Spanish? No, I'm just kidding. Just put the fries in the bag, bro. A level 10 gun. Yo, I'm gonna whiz her up. No, don't. Are you Libby Dunn or just from Ohio? Chad, am I cooked? Never mind, sorry. What's up, brother? Oh, dude, look, a level 10 baddie. You think I have a chance? That's why I'm the Rizzler. That's why I'm wanted for murder. Skibbity toilet Riz. Grimace shake.
Okay, a couple days later, Brent has posted a second TikTok. I went and searched a bit on TikTok. I searched this caption, and I didn't find this exact TikTok anywhere, so this might be a Brent Rivera original. This is a bit of a trend, a person who speaks only in brain rot being like Gen Alpha TikTok slang, but I haven't seen any other in this exact format where it's two people talking in the car. So I'll give them credit where credit is due. They came up with an original idea. I will say, compared to the car TikTok that they just stole, this one is not doing as well. It has 50,000 views and only 5,000 likes. I was not thrilled to replicate this one. It was a little bit tough to get through. Not that the TikTok's like that bad. I actually thought that this dude Dom did a pretty good job. His delivery on some of the lines is pretty funny, like when he says, "Chat, am I cooked?" after trying to hit on a girl.
Chat, am I cooked?
I thought that was kind of funny. It didn't feel like a video I would make, so it just felt very unnatural to me. But anyway, let's go ahead and post it. So if Brent took inspiration from a different TikTok, it probably had like millions of likes. And then if Brent's ripoff of that got 5,000... Alright, just wanted to give you an update on the TikTok so far. After posting 2 TikToks, it does seem like people are starting to catch on that I might be copying Brent. Is Danny doing the same videos as Brent Rivera? So, you caught me. Yes, I am. So 2 videos in, and people are already figuring out that I'm just copying Brent. So that just goes to show that if you want to copy other creators online, it's not going to take very long for people to start noticing that you're doing that. I guess people were like, well, the first one could have just been a coincidence, but once you do it twice, then it's a pattern. And 3rd time is a charm. Once I do this one more time, people will be charmed by my videos. Another interesting note is the TikToks are doing really well. The first one almost has 2 million views, the second one 2.3 million, and I think they both have more likes even than Brent's TikTok. This one has 300,000, the second one has 500,000, and Brent's TikTok... Oh, wait. Oh, did Brent? Oh, okay, Brent deleted his TikTok. I guess it wasn't getting enough likes. That's crazy. He just deleted it because it wasn't doing well enough. That's actually pretty surprising, though, that it didn't do well, because mine did great. Mine has 500,000 likes. I don't know, Brent. I would post it again, honestly. This one's crushing. So now that I've posted 2 TikToks, and Brent has posted 2 TikToks, but he's deleted one of them, it's kind of like I'm more Brent than even he is. And would you say that's a good thing? You know, I never thought it could be so cool to be just like Brent. In a way, my new content strategy was even better than his. It seems like so much work to scour the web to find content to steal, but all I have to do is just steal everything Brent makes. It feels like I've got some kind of cheat code, like those websites that let you see senator stock trades. The work has already been done. All that's left to do is profit. As a content creator, I put so much pressure on myself to be coming up with video ideas all the time, so it's nice to just kick back, relax, and let Brent do all the work for a change. Maybe I could keep this up for even more than a week. Maybe I could do a month, even a year. The day that I have been long dreading has finally arrived. Brent has posted a YouTube video. He actually posted it 4 days ago, but then the weekend came and I didn't want to work on it on the weekend, and then a couple more days passed, so he actually posted it a few days ago, but I'm gonna recreate it now. It's called I Exposed the World's Most Evil Babysitter.
Today, I'm exposing the world's most evil babysitters. These babysitters are so evil, they're banned from literally every website.
They're banned from Yelp? I can understand them being banned from specifically babysitter websites, like you shouldn't be able to book them through babysitter websites. But being banned from Yelp? That seems kind of counterproductive. I think we should keep them on Yelp if they're really that bad.
I'm gonna be exposing the babysitters to their parents in hopes of getting them fired.
They're going into these homes with the evil babysitters, and they're gonna expose how evil they are. That way the parents will fire the babysitter. You would think that being banned from every babysitter website would be enough for these parents. Like, I don't know why Brent needs to come in and prove it to them. Let's skip forward and see what kind of evil stuff this babysitter's gonna do.
This review says she super glued a kid to the toilet because he wasn't doing his homework.
Ow! Well, that's a crappy situation.
Oh, that's kind of a crappy situation. Child abuse. Yeah, that's not good.
And things were bad right from the start.
Can you believe these people? What am I getting honked at for? A-hole!
I like that this evil babysitter is just an elderly woman that doesn't drive well. She's evil! You know, just watching her, she knows damn well how to drive. She's just doing this on purpose. And then a lot of the video seems like Brent and his friends pulling pranks on these babysitters. So they may be evil, but, you know, Brent is kind of fighting fire with fire. 2 wrongs doesn't make a right, Brent.
You all leave, okay?
Now! What
in the corner.
Why is my daughter in the corner?
Okay, so they throw a fake party to get the babysitter mad at the kid so that the babysitter yells at the kid, and then they have the parents come back in after the party has left to be like, look, she's crazy.
They had a party, a mariachi party.
She's yelling at this girl for throwing a party. There's no party here. So it seems like in this one, they've basically framed the babysitter. So I'm gonna have to recreate this video, at least the title and thumbnail. But luckily when Brent copies a video on YouTube, he usually doesn't copy the actual video. He just copies the title and thumbnail. So I can kind of do the same thing. I can use the same title, same thumbnail, but then make the video itself kind of about whatever I want. So I thought about doing a commentary on the world's most evil real babysitters, but then I started to read up on it, and it was way too depressing for a comedy video. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this crazy website called The News, but there's some crazy stuff on it. Anyway, I found this YouTube channel called Generation Hope that basically makes low-budget Darman style videos, and they had one about an evil babysitter, so I got to work filming a video about that. Then I took a picture of myself for the thumbnail, and uploaded it to my second. That night I couldn't sleep. I couldn't help thinking about something I'd said earlier that day. Two wrongs doesn't make a right, Brent. I thought by stealing content I could have some fun, grow my following, and most importantly, to be honest, kind of give Brent a taste of his own medicine a little bit, but is it worth it? That night, Brent posted 2 more TikToks that I was supposed to steal tomorrow. Both stolen from other creators, and sure, if I stole them, it could be really awesome, and I could get a ton of views. But the TikToks are so similar to the original that I wouldn't just be stealing from Brent. I'd be stealing from the person he's stealing from, too. Would I be giving Brent a taste of his own medicine? Or would I be giving the original creator a second taste of Brent's medicine? I've already gained 50,000 followers from the 2 TikToks I've posted. Stolen TikToks. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Alright, I do have to recreate these 2 final TikToks in order to complete the challenge. But I need to do so in a way that doesn't affect the original creators. So, I'm gonna recreate the TikToks, I'm gonna edit them together, and then I'm just not gonna post them. There we go, perfect. Okay, so this video is called POV Your Older Sibling is Being Nice. And nice is in quotes, so it's a bunch of scenes where Brent is acting nice. He's giving his sister the last ice cream bar, he's giving her money, but he's doing it in a classic older sibling way, where he's basically being kind of mean about it.
There's only one left. Here, have it.
Really?
Yeah, take it.
Why?
Take it! Hey, Lexi, got you a coffee.
Wait, what? You got me coffee?
Yeah.
Wait, did you get me a straw?
Oh, yeah, here. This one's yours.
Wait, how much was it?
No, keep it.
Here.
Lexi, keep it.
Here.
Keep it!
So we're gonna film that here today. I got Jake here, he's gonna help me film it. Jake, say that you're gonna help me film it.
I'm gonna help him film it.
Okay. I just had to check to make sure. Oh, that's the last one. Here, you can have it.
Really?
Take it.
Why?
Take it!
Wait, why? You got me coffee?
Yeah.
Did you get me a straw?
Yeah, right here.
Oh my god.
No, this is your food.
Oh, how much was it? Here.
Oh, keep it.
No, here.
Keep it!
Here.
Keep it! Keep it! Ah! You missed. All right. That's it. A week's worth of Brent Rivera content in the bag. And you know what? I feel really good about posting those videos. I got to have my fun. I got to steal some content, make a couple videos that I knew full well if I ever did decide to post them would go so freaking viral. In fact, I had so much fun that I'm gonna keep doing it. Forever. Every time Brent posts anything online from now until forever, I am going to recreate it word for word, shot for shot, and then I'm just gonna hold on to it. So Brent, next time you steal some content, just remember, bro, I'm gonna be in my own house by myself, stealing it too. So if you're ever feeling alone, just remember. Brent, if you're watching this and you somehow made it this far into the video, I could understand seeing all these people criticize you and having the mentality that these people are just haters, these people are just jealous. But look, man, I don't hate you. I understand you're just making videos on the internet. It probably doesn't seem like the biggest deal in the world to copy other people. Do I think you're an irredeemable person or even like the most evil person on YouTube? No, of course not. Do I think that you frequently make shady decisions to further your career? Yeah. We're both successful creators and we've both been doing this for long enough that we should be driving forces of creativity on this platform, or at the very least not using other smaller creators as rungs on a ladder to advance your own career. Maybe you don't particularly care about getting respect from other creators and literally the only only thing that you're prioritizing is your bottom line. Or maybe you feel like you're making a difference in the lives of the kids who watch your videos, and so in your mind that justifies being able to do whatever to get to that position. From watching your videos, I do get the sense that you have a good time making them. I feel like if I was you, my favorite part of the job would be like getting on camera with your friends and goofing around. You probably like the parts of your job where you're coming up with funny ideas of what to do in your sketches. And I honestly would have no problem with your content if you just focused on doing that. I can tell you from experience, and I know a lot of other YouTubers feel the same way, that the more you try to exploit the algorithm or trick the system into gaining followers, like this game of copying other popular ideas, the more soul-sucking and draining this job becomes. So if you're in it because you like goofing around or you like making an impact on kids' lives, focus on that. That's awesome. I saw that TikTok someone made about you recently that you responded to, saying that your job is like their nightmare job, making content that's relatable to middle schoolers or high schoolers. And you responded with a bunch of TikToks basically saying that, you know, you make an impact on a lot of kids' lives. It did seem like a little bit like you were using the sick kids in those videos to like kind of really drive that point home. It felt a little bit weird to me. But I do disagree with the original TikTok in that I don't think that making content for young people has to be inherently this, you know, shady pursuit. As long as it's actually for kids, which I also think that you've kind of missed the mark on sometimes, and you're not blatantly plagiarizing other people, I don't think there's any problem with that. And I would have so much respect for you if you just like owned that. Having the mentality that it's okay to steal content from other people because you're making such an impact on other people's lives feels to me more like you're patting yourself on the back rather than really trying to make an effort to be like a good creative force in these kids' lives. So look, dude, I think that there's room for you for an awesome path forward. Are you going to be the guy who stole content from other people and tricked the algorithm and used other creators as pawns all the way to the top? Or are you going to be the guy that pursued what he loves? Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. After making this video and watching all of that stolen content, I feel like I want to go like a whole week without watching any content. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye. This video has been sponsored by Current. Stick around to the end to learn more and find out how you could possibly be receiving $500 from yours truly. Hello everyone and welcome back to my second channel. This is my second channel where I like to get a little bit goofier and wackier and drink a little bit of LaCroix. Today I got a nice limoncello and let's just jump into it. So I've been seeing a bunch of discourse lately about millennials versus Gen Z. It seems like there's like this big feud between the two generations. I keep seeing TikToks from Gen Z people making fun of millennials for like wearing skinny jeans and talking about Harry Potter too much. And you know what? That's fair. Honestly, my whole life I've considered myself a millennial, and I have worn skinny jeans, and I probably will continue to wear them, honestly. Jeans that are just a little bit too tight for my sweet little legs. But I'm not even sure if I am a millennial, because like every website that I look at has a different definition of where millennial ends and where Gen Z starts. So I don't even know whose side I'm supposed to be on here. I feel like sometimes I agree with the Gen Zs, like, yeah, that's fucking lame. Millennials, you do talk about Harry Potter too much. But then sometimes I agree with millennials. I only agree with millennials when I see a Gen Z talking about something that I do, and I'm like, hey, okay, hold up. You can make fun of them for talking about how much they love coffee and saying awkward too much, but you can't. The second you start coming for me, that's where we have an issue. That's when I become a millennial, I guess. So I really want to figure out whose side I'm actually supposed to be on here. So I actually Googled BuzzFeed Millennial Gen Z quiz, which is actually probably the most millennial thing that I could Google. I was like, shoot, we gotta get to the bottom of this, guys. We gotta look on BuzzFeed, the most reliable source of information. And I found this quiz, so I want to do that. But actually, I think maybe the best thing to do first is just to Google what a millennial is, because I want to make sure that I'm not like way off and I am somewhere in the middle, in the transition period. What are the birth year for millennials? Gen Y or millennials? Oh, I didn't realize that. We come before Gen Z, so that makes us Gen Y. That kind of makes a lot of sense. Wait, but what's gonna happen after Gen Z then? They're gonna run out of letters. Gen ZZ? That's gonna be one sleepy generation, dude. Okay, Gen Y or millennials were born between 1981 and 1994/6. They're currently between 25 to 40 years old. Okay, so I fall in that range. I was born in 1994. So according to this, I'm either right on the border or 2 years away from the border. They couldn't decide where the border was. Okay, over here it says end date is for sure 1996. So then I would definitely be a millennial. So maybe that answers our question. Maybe I don't have to do the quizzes now, actually. All right, that's the end of the video. Bye. This quiz that I found is specifically for, I think, people who fall right on the edge of millennial and Gen Z. It's called Hey Cuspers. It's time to figure out your generation once and for all. I feel like this quiz was honestly made for me. I want to figure out if I'm a Gen Z or a millennial. And if anyone's gonna be able to do it, I think it's BuzzFeed. First off, is that what we're gonna call people who are right on the edge? Cuspers? Sounds like custard. Yo, are you a Gen Z or a millennial? No, neither, dude. I'm custard. I'm a creamy little custard boy. So we've all heard about Gen Z calling out millennials for being uncool, and the older generation fighting back. But if you're a cusper, you might be feeling a little conflicted. You know what? I am feeling a little bit conflicted. Luckily, this quiz will sort you into the right generation, so you'll know which side to take. Wait, I want to see what do they have an article about Gen Z calling out millennials? I actually want to look at that. 18 things that millennials do that are no longer cool according to Gen Z. Number 1, wearing your hair in a side part. Number 2, wearing skinny jeans. Okay, I do own some slim-fitting jeans, I'll admit. Using the laugh emoji. Okay, so here's the thing, is that I do use the laugh emoji, but I feel like I use it ironically. Is that okay? I use it when I'm saying something that's really dumb, not when I'm like laughing at someone else's joke. It's hard to explain. I feel like I don't use it how an old person would use it. Is that okay? Showing off your Hogwarts houses? Okay, that's something that I've never done, so that's good. Oh, when you hear JoJo, who do you think of? JoJo Siwa or this JoJo? I actually don't know who this JoJo is. Is JoJo someone from The Bachelor? Is that her? Am I making that up? JoJo Bachelor. Is this her? Is that even the same person? Well, I don't know who that is anyway. I thought of JoJo Siwa. Do you remember writing on videotapes with Sharpies? Like, not explicitly. I'm sure I must have done that at some point. No, I don't think I did. I mean, like, if I had a VHS and I was too young to be writing on VHSs. I probably didn't even know how to write by the time we started using DVDs instead of VHSs, so I'm gonna say no. Oh, what do you think of when you hear the words TikTok? Okay, obviously I think of the app. Who thinks of the Kesha song now? That song is like 10 years old. I feel like even if you're a 30-year-old millennial, I mean, people are talking about the app TikTok way more than the TikTok song now. So why would you be thinking of the song? I'm picking the app. Did you ever rank your top 8 on MySpace? Oh, shit. Okay. This might be a millennial moment. I did have a MySpace. I don't remember if I did top 8. The only thing I remember about my MySpace is the profile picture that I had on it. I remember thinking my hair looked really cool at the time because it was like dirty blonde and it was like flipping out on the sides, you know? It was really long. And I remember thinking it looked really cool. I think I wanted to look like the dude from the movie Hoot. Is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah, this guy. I wanted to look like this guy. So just picture my profile picture being this on MySpace. That's what I looked like. But I don't think I did top 8. But I'm gonna say yes just to be safe, because I did have a MySpace. When you think of Ice Cube's acting, which movie comes to mind? Friday or Are We There Yet? I don't think I know what Friday is, so I'm gonna pick Are We There Yet? Did you grow up watching Hannah Montana or The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody? Yeah, I did. Which jeans do you prefer? Honestly, between these two, it's kind of a toss-up. I don't really know. I think they both look nice. And I definitely know which answer I'm supposed to pick for each generation. I think that's pretty obvious. You know, I'm just gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna click around the page until it clicks on one, because it's really a toss-up. I don't have any preference. Did I click on one? Whoa, what happened? I clicked on an ad! I don't want this! What did I do? Oh, now I gotta go back. Do I have to do this all again? Oh, shit. I shouldn't have done that. Now I gotta do the whole quiz over again. Okay, hold on. Okay, I gotta keep my mouse just right in here. And I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna click. I didn't do anything. I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna click. It picked one. Which one did I pick? I picked loose jeans. Okay. Was your first cell phone a flip phone? This one I feel like I'm gonna be going in the Gen Z category, but for the wrong reason. Because my first phone wasn't a flip phone. My second phone was a flip phone. My first phone was one of those like Nokia brick phones that just looks like a rectangle. Before I had a flip phone, I had one of those. So I feel like by clicking no, it's gonna think that my first phone was like an iPhone or something, but really it was just before I even had a flip phone, I had a different type of phone. The flip phone I had was a Razr, a Motorola Razr, which was pretty tight. I honestly missed that phone. That thing was sweet. So I'll be honest and I'll just click no, but I feel like that's a ill-conceived question. When you hear the word Millie, who do you think of? When I hear the word Millie, Millie Bobby Brown or a Millie by Lil Wayne? I wish the two answers weren't right there, because now I'm thinking of both of those equally. I didn't get a chance to just react to it by myself. Millie! I'm trying to just think of whatever pops into my head first. Millie! It's the song. It's probably the song. A Millie by Lil Wayne. Did you memorize your friend's phone number so you could do 3-way calls on your landline? I mean, like, I think I still know some of my friends' parents' phone numbers from calling them. I wasn't really a big three-way call guy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that landlines used to exist and people don't really have them anymore. Like, I don't think I'll ever have a landline, because why would I want that? Did you memorize your friends' phone numbers? I'm gonna say yes. I did memorize my friends' phone numbers. When you hear the name Harry, who comes to mind? I'm gonna say Harry Styles, but that might just be because I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, and Harry Styles is a little more relevant than Harry Potter anyway. Sorry, Harry. The boy who lived? More like the boy whose career died. You're irrelevant, bro. Did you grow up watching MTV shows like Next, Date My Mom, and Room Raiders? Date My Mom? Wait, is that a real show? I mean, the answer is no. The answer to this is no, but hold on. Now I gotta look up the show Date My Mom. Date My Mom, 2004 reality series. Okay, so it was from 2004 to 2006. I was not allowed to watch MTV during 2004 and 2006. I was not old enough for MTV. Date My Mom is a television dating show airing on MTV. An 18 to 24-year-old heterosexual male, gay male, or lesbian female goes on 3 separate dates with 3 moms who try to convince them to pick their son or daughter. Oh, so you're not actually trying to get with the mom, you're trying to feel out the vibe of their child by dating her. Huh, interesting. Okay, that's weird. Well, I didn't watch that. They should make this again, but you actually are trying to get with the mom. And finally, which hair parting do you prefer? We got middle parts and we got side parts. Uh-oh. I don't know. I feel like they both look good. You know what? For the other one that was a toss-up, I picked the clear Gen Z answer. So for this one, I'll pick the clear millennial answer. I'll pick side parts. Oh! Whoa, dude. Gen Z. Holy cow. Interesting. Very interesting. Gen Z, huh? Going into this quiz, I was not expecting to get Gen Z. I'm almost positive I am a millennial. I fall in the millennial thing. I think I might just have immature taste in things. Immature in the most literal sense. I'm not trying to add a negative connotation to that. I just mean like, I have the taste that young people have, maybe. Which is, maybe is kind of cool right now. I feel like when I get older, that will be less cool. Like if I keep having the young generation's taste in things, by the time it's like 2040, and I'm, 45 years old, but I'll be identifying with Gen ZZZ, and I'll be like rocking out to their space music, and my kids will be like, Grandpa, why do we call you Grandpa if you're our dad? And also, get your own music, dude. Go listen to Lil Peep and Lil Pump. I feel like cool people nowadays, or at least maybe in my generation, I don't know if this is a Gen Z thing or a millennial thing, but like, I feel like my age growing up, sort of like the hipster kids would listen to the Beatles. I wonder who that will be when like we're old. I wonder who my generation's cool hip kids will listen to. Like, will they be like listening to Lil Pump and be like, damn, they really don't make music like this anymore. All the music these days is made by robots and it just goes beep boop, beep boop. Okay, let's read the description. Gen Z, you care deeply about the environment, you view society through a morally conscious lens, and you hope to leave this world a better place than you found it. Shit, speak for yourself, dude. I'm trying to make this world awful. I'm taking every chance I get to make this place a piece of shit. This is either the description of Gen Z or Boy Scouts. I remember when I was in a Boy Scout, every time we would... I just said in a Boy Scout. I meant in Boy Scouts. I remember when I was in a Boy Scout, every time we would leave a campsite, we would have to walk around and pick up trash to make sure that we left it a better place than we found it. So, maybe Boy Scouts were the original Gen Z. You might spend a bit too much time on your phone. I do. But you also know how to harness the power of technology for good. Yo, that last part is honestly kind of true. I do know how to harness the power of technology for good. Like, for example, I just spent like 2 weeks making a song about wanting to fuck a Minecraft creeper with Curtis. Technology, man. We wouldn't have been able to do that 30 years ago. Okay, I kind of feel like I know whose side I'm supposed to be on now. I'm a regular Gen Zer. Okay, let's do another quiz just to make sure, actually. So this one just says, if you've done more than 30 of these things, you're a zillennial. This is just figuring out if I'm on the cusp. So this is going to tell me if I'm a cusper, which I obviously am. Okay, check off everything that applies to you. You identified as a 90s kid growing up because technically you were alive in them. Yes, I was a kid in the 90s, so I was a 90s kid. You enjoyed the best of 90s snacks and 2000 snacks. What's the difference? What does Scooby-Doo fruit snacks count as? Because whatever those were, those slapped. I'm trying to think of what like a 90s snack would be. Like pizza rolls or something? Pop-Tarts? Okay, I'll say both, sure. You knew the ultimate outfit was from Justice or Limited 2. Okay, I didn't shop at those places, so I'm not gonna check it. You've watched some 90s shows like Rugrats and all that. I did watch Rugrats. I never watched all that, though. But you saw older shows like Full House mostly through reruns. Yes. Oh my god, dude. I'm checking like everything on this list. I'm a straight up cusper. Fell asleep on the couch in the middle of the night watching George Lopez. Oh, dude. I mean, it is kind of weird how universal all of these experiences are. Just because you were born like anywhere in a 5-year time span, you just immediately have so much in common with like everybody. But I guess it's also not very surprising because of how much our society revolves around TV, and most of these questions are just about TV. These nationally broadcasted shows that literally millions of people, if not tens of millions of people watch. I guess it's not that surprising. Your emo phase happened in middle school, not high school. Oh shoot. Dude, I did go through a little smidgen of an emo phase, and you know what, I did go through, it was middle school. It was, yeah. I had one of those, have you ever seen one of those beanies with a brim? A beanie with a brim, like a tiny little brim? I thought I was the coolest guy in my whole school when I bought one of those. It had kind of like a skater emo vibe to it, and I had that, and I also had Heelys, and I thought I was pretty darn cool. You remember when unlimited texting wasn't the norm? Yes. Your main medium for art was kid pics, dude! Oh, I forgot about Kid Pics. Did y'all fuck with Kid Pics or what? Kid Pics was like a program on the computer, which is sort of like Microsoft Paint, but like a fun version that had all these cool brushes and tools. And you could put little stamps down, and you could, oh dude, this is, whoa, this is bringing back really deep memories of making the circles. Okay, this is a millennial moment right here, guys. I know my millennials in the comments are gonna fuck with the Kid Pics nostalgia. You played a lot of Club Penguin. Yes, I did. You watched the cringy millennial versus Gen Z fight online and just quietly minded your own business because you don't really want to claim either. I guess so. Sure, I'll check that. All right, show me my results. You're a zillennial. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Okay, this quiz is called If You've Done More Than 30 of These Things, You're a Zillennial. I didn't check more than 30 of these things. I checked 28, and my result was, you're a Zillennial! You're definitely a millennial Gen Z cusper. I feel like I'm not. I feel like that this goes against the whole title of the quiz. You were born in the late 90s or very early 2000s. I wasn't. I was born in the mid-90s. This quiz is straight up wrong. You're also probably not too sure where the heck we fit in right now, but at least we're all confused together. I feel like you're more confused than me. You made this whole quiz wrong. Okay, well, you know what I think I learned from this? I think that I am a millennial, technically, in the year that I was born, but I think that, like, because I'm on YouTube so much and TikTok, I sort of understand maybe a little bit more Gen Z stuff than most millennials do. I think that's what I'll say. Okay, well, that was fun, but now it's time to talk about our sponsor. This video has been sponsored by Current, aka the future of banking, and today they are actually going to be helping me give back to you guys. Current, if you did not know, is a mobile bank. They're a real bank with a Visa debit card. This is my card. And the really cool thing about them is they told me for this sponsorship, they specifically want to help me give you guys money. So they're giving me $5,000 to give to you guys on Current. So I'm gonna be splitting it up between 10 people. That way each person will get like $500. So if you sign up for Current and request me $500, my username on Current is just Danny Gonzalez, I will be accepting 10 of those requests. So yeah, should be fun. Request money from me. I will pay you money. Honestly, it's a really great service too. They've got, I mean, just as many features as like your traditional old person's bank. It works with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Cash App, Venmo, and signing up is free, and they ship you your card for free. So really no reason not to. There's a chance that you could win $500. So if you want to sign up, go to current.com/Danny, and again, if you want $500, then you can request it from me. My username on there is Danny Gonzalez. So thank you to Current for doing this, and thank you to you guys for checking out Current. Obviously, it helps me out when you guys check out my sponsors, and it's also gonna help you out because Current is an amazing service, and also, you could win money. So no reason not to. I forgot to record anything after the ad read, like an outro. But I also don't usually do outros on this channel. Did you guys like the video? Bye. Okay, I actually did shave my head, but isn't that a great title? How crazy would that be if I actually did that? If I actually came on here and my hair was still long and I was like, yep, the whole thing was a farce. I faked my own Instagram photos. I got my friends to fake their wedding photos just for a video. I somehow have like the best filter on any video ever that's like the most convincing head shaved filter. I come on here, my hair's actually longer than it was before. It's like down to my shoulders. That's right, I actually got my hair lengthened. I'm like putting my hair up into a little bun at the start of the video. Well, everyone, welcome back to another video on this very fine day on the second channel. Got a little bit of sparkling water here, which I will be blurring. No free promo for you, vague sparkling water company. I have to say, a lot of people probably saw I was just in Europe for a couple weeks, and I think possibly one of my favorite parts of the whole trip, aside from like my friends getting married, was that like every restaurant just like automatically serves sparkling water. They come around and they're like, you guys want sparkling water? And you're like, hell yeah. And they bring it over. I was sipping this the whole time I was gone, dude. I was getting goofy and wacky, quite frankly. We are gonna be doing another subreddit video here today, so let's go ahead and click on top, and let's click on of the month. I don't remember the last time I did a subreddit video, but I feel like it was like a month ago, so let's freaking get into it. Oh, and the very first post is about how me and Laura ran a marathon. Wow, thank you guys. Yeah, it's just a picture of us both holding our medals, and I'm sure the caption is also congratulating us, so. Oh yeah. Danny ran so fast his hair is still at the starting line. I actually broke the world record for a marathon. Not for the speed or anything, not my time. I just broke the record as the first person to run so fast that my hair was actually shorter at the finish line than it was at the starting line. No one's ever done that before. At this point, we need a hair mega thread, LOL. Yeah, so it's my understanding that after I posted pictures of my newly shaved head, the subreddit was just in disarray. People like could not stop posting about it. Every single post was just being like, why do you do that? What's wrong? What happened? It's been an interesting couple of weeks to see how people have reacted to me cutting my hair. Not just on the subreddit, but like every single social media I have, the comments are, quite frankly, they're unhinged. If we go to this TikTok I posted with my freshly shaved head, the top comment is, Danny, you better be joking, hell nah. And that has 38,000 likes. We have no Danny, Danny Y, no. I mean, just scrolling down here, you can see the reception was lukewarm at best. Please tell me it's just a prank, bro. I need to know it's just a prank. Danny Y. That seems to be the overwhelming sentiment, is people just like wondering why I did this. So look, do you want me to tell you why I shaved my head? Do you need an explanation? Do I even want to give an explanation? Honestly, it's my hair. Do I need to explain every like minor change to my appearance that I make? Alright, I'll tell you. Honestly, there's not really any big reason to it. I think I got the idea because last time I got my hair cut, I was talking to my barber. I was telling him I was running a marathon soon, and on the way out, he was like, well, if you want to, you know, shave your head or anything right before the marathon, let me know. Come back in and I'll shave your head. And I think he was just joking, but it kind of got me thinking like, huh, maybe I do want to shave my head before the marathon. It also got me thinking like, is that a thing? Like, why did he say that? Was it to be like more aerodynamic, or does he think I would look good with a shave? I don't know. To this day, I still don't know what he meant. But it did get me thinking, and I was like, I never have shaved my head before. I wonder what it would look like. I don't even know what the shape of my head is. My hair's always been pretty long. What if I shave my head and I have this like insane shaped head? What if I look like one of those like ancient Mayan skulls they find that are shaped like alien skulls? It's possible. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to see what it would look like, and I also wanted to do something kind of crazy for the marathon just to kind of like match the intensity of the marathon. I wanted an intense haircut. I just wanted to do something crazy for the marathon. Also, I thought it would be kind of funny. I thought it would be funny to see how I would look with a bald head, because I thought I would look pretty goofy. And I thought it would be funny to see how people reacted to me shaving my head, and it was pretty funny. I mean, most of the reactions are pretty funny. They're just like people being like, oh, whoa, like super surprised. I will say, even though I did do it a little bit just to see people's reactions, some people's reactions were too much. There were definitely people that I did not realize were a little bit too invested in like what my hair looks like. So that is, you know, that's good to know going forward. You guys are haters. He looks good. Yeah, no, for real. I was pleasantly surprised. I think he looks fire. No, he doesn't. Don't give him any ideas. Nobody say anything nice about him. He might keep it. Next video, I tricked everyone into thinking I cut my hair. That is gonna be the title of this video. So, kind of an epic comment moment. I was looking at my grandpa's army company photo from 1957, Fort Dix, New Jersey, and found Danny. Okay, yeah, I see it. Honestly, the smile I think is what's throwing me off a little bit. Like, that doesn't really look like how, well, I kind of do smile like that sometimes as a joke. I kind of like, but it looks like he smiles like that for real. I don't think he's doing it ironically. I don't think he's doing like an ironic army photo shoot. If I was really in the army, I'd probably smile like this. Unless I was really scared. I feel like I would probably be pretty scared in the army. Then I might smile like this. That does kind of look like how he's smiling. He's like me, but scared. This has got to be one of the best ones I've seen, LOL. 95% of the time, I never see the correlation between the Danny clones and the actual Danny. But damn, this one is spot on. Okay, I mean, I fuck with it. If everyone else sees it, I'll agree. You could literally post a picture of like an otter and say this looks like me, and if it got enough upvotes and enough people agreed, I would probably get on here and be like, I guess I see it. Yeah, sure, of course. I also am like a little water weasel. I hold hands with my wife as we float down the river together. I'm an otter. Yeah, I forget. I guess I always forget about that. Thank you. We're getting some critical thinking in the subreddit. I saw some people when I posted my most recent main channel video being like, look, he didn't really shave his head. He didn't really shave his head. Oh, look, I know we just got back from vacation like 2 days ago, so he probably filmed this video before vacation, meaning before he shaved his head, but this means he didn't shave his head. Y'all gotta use some critical thinking, man. Junior Sean, you are critical. You have a critical brain. My praying mantis loved Danny and he just died, so I'm posting this to honor him. Aww. Wow, what a sweet little guy. There he is. There he is. Well, I'm sorry about your praying mantis, dude. It looks like he's been, you know, following me for a while, honestly. He's been kind of a Greg since whenever I posted this video, like 2 years ago. How long do praying mantises live? Larger species may live 4 to 6 months. I guess it is an insect. I assumed he's been alive for years and he's been like following me all this time. He's kind of a newer fan, all things considered. 4 to 6 months? Yeah, honestly, he hasn't even really been with me through thick and thin. He hasn't really like seen the ups and downs of my channel. I was thinking this guy was like a long-term fan, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's sad that he died, sure. No, I'm sorry about your praying mantis. That is sad. I hope that you're able to buy a new one that is better. I hope that your next one is better. I'm sorry for your loss. He was a true Greg, frowny face. It did seem like he was a Greg, to be fair. Actually, all the videos are full screen. I wanted to look to see if he had notifications on, but rip Danny. Hope the praying mantis is doing well, though. Oh, the praying mantis didn't die. I did. My praying mantis loved Danny, and he just died, so I'm posting this to honor him. Damn, I'm sorry for your praying mantis that his favorite creator just died, dude. That sucks. Literally any white guy. Is it just me, or does he look like Danny? That's me, too, honestly. Any white guy or, you know, otter that the subreddit posts, this is me. It looks just like me. It's like looking in a mirror. Guys, Danny was in Europe for a wedding. Let's go. That's right, folks. I was in Europe for Curtis and Jetta's wedding. It was the most beautiful wedding in the world. Holy cow. I'm so happy for them. Honestly, they're the best. I'm honored that I got to be there. It was literally like the best trip of my whole life. So Curtis and Jetta, thank you for inviting us. It was the coolest thing ever. We went to like Paris and Nice and then 2 different places in Italy. It was like the most beautiful trip ever. It was so pretty. I haven't been to Europe since I was a little kid and Laura had never been before. So it was very cool to like explore and travel because we haven't gotten to do that in a while. Yeah, it was super cool. Oh my gosh, dude, so much has happened since the last time I did a subreddit. We haven't even talked about the ghost video either. But yeah, Watcher, who if you don't know is a channel run by Shane and Ryan from BuzzFeed Unsolved, asked if I wanted to do a ghost hunting video with them because of my ghost hunting video. So maybe that's gonna happen at some point. We're still kind of like working out the details, so we'll see if that happens. But honestly, that sounds incredible, dude. I would love to do that. It was really fun doing the ghost hunting stuff. Even though like I don't particularly believe in ghosts, really. I'm open to them, obviously. That's kind of why I did the video, because I was like, I wonder if I'll see anything. It's just kind of fun to do it and experience it, because people do have some like insane stories from ghost hunting. So let's just say I'd like to create some insane stories of my own. Why is Danny's hair back in his newest video? Critical thinking alert, critical thinking alert. You need to think critically alert. My sister's birthday cake, it slays. We ate around the face and now it's in my freezer. Oh my God. Holy cow. I like this. Honestly, I love it. The dedication, the craftsmanship. This is a beautiful cake. I am kind of wondering, did you alter the colors of this picture at all? Why do I have like red bags under my eyes? Do I just look like that? Is that just how I look? And they said they ate around the face and now it's in the freezer. Oh God, that's terrifying. What the hell, dude? I take it all back. I hate the dedication. Terrible idea. It's weird, all of the things that you don't think about when you're an influencer, like statistically at any given time, there's probably like X amount of people watching one of my videos somewhere in the world, but this is definitely a new one. Like at any given time, there could be like my face in someone's freezer. It's just one of those things you don't really think about. I can't get over this ghost hunting angle. Yeah, honestly, shout out to what's this dude's name? Francois Bourgeois. I think maybe out of all of the ways I could have pronounced that, that was maybe like the worst. No, wait, why did I say Francois? His name's Francis. What the fuck? Francis Bourgeois. He's a train TikToker, and he uses this angle all the time in his train videos. I was like, this is like the perfect angle, I feel like, for this video, because Jake was holding the camera. No matter where he is, I can always have a camera angle of my face to show like my reaction to things. Also, one of the top 10 moments of the video, me like sniffing the pee, that camera angle came in so clutch, dude. That might be the best shot I've ever gotten in a video. Me just sniffing pee? What's better than that, huh? Just Danny bent over sniffing a pile of piss. Oh, baby, now this is a meme, dude. When I say, can we get some memes in the subreddit? This is what I mean. New, fresh meme format straight out of the oven. Look at this. It's me opening a drawer with me in it, and I say, instead of no Bible, no hair. That's a meme format right there, all right? This is what I'm talking about. Upvote this more. How many upvotes does this have? 1,000? This should have at least, how many people are there in the subreddit? 122,000? This should have at least 122,000 upvotes. This is a good meme right here. Dear Danny, my birthday is today. You're invited. Time right now. And I posted it 24 days ago. Shit. Danny looks like Dream, or is this another prank? I've seen people saying that. I don't think I look anything like Dream. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see it at all. Like, we don't even have the same color hair. It's like a different shade of brown, drastically different faces. We're both just two normal looking guys, all right? And if being normal makes you look exactly the same as someone, then I look like everyone. I look like everyone then. Guys, I think all of Greg should stop posting RIP Danny's hair type posts. He likes his hair. I didn't say I like it, but I do agree. And I feel like it could be hurtful with all the negativity that people are putting on. That's a very nice comment, and I do agree. I think that maybe it's too many comments about my hair. You know, I don't really think it's gotten to me that much, but I would just urge people to think about, like, if you made a change to your appearance and you like posted it on Instagram, and then you got like a comment that was just like no, and it got like 37,000 likes, what does that do to you? Again, people are mostly just joking and like kind of in shock, so I get it. I think generally I probably commented a little bit too much on my own appearance in videos. I make videos talking about doppelgangers and like having a young face. So I feel like to an extent, I've probably like invited it a little bit, but I think going forward, I'm probably not going to react to as much stuff about my appearance because, you know, it's just my face, man. Pay attention to the content, you know? Pay attention to the memes. Pay attention to the jokes. I should be able to have like newts for hair and nobody comments on it. People, just listen to what I'm saying, all right? That's the point of the videos. Danny gotta update his profile picture. Honestly, should I? I do need a new profile picture, honestly. I'm not gonna make it this, but at some point I'm gonna need a new profile picture. Not that I'm committing to this hairstyle. That's not why. I just think that I need a new one because I've had this profile picture for so long. I'm wearing one of these like scooped neck t-shirts. Those aren't even like a thing anymore. It's like a t-shirt made for Squidward. Says I'm not gonna comment about my appearance anymore and then immediately reacts to something. Roasting my own shirt. The bald trinity. Yes. The prophecy is coming to fruition. Now I just need to get the other two to shave their heads. Or I'll do it myself. And the prophecy will be complete. Okay, I think that's enough for the top of the month. Let's see if there's anything hot right now. Anything good that people have been talking about lately. If I introduce my girlfriend to Danny's videos, does that make our relationship incestuous because all Gregs are blood related? Technically, yes. As long as she wasn't related to you before you introduced her to the videos, I'll make an exception just this once. I can tell you really like her, so you're good. All right, well, I think that's it for all the memes and goofs and wackiness for today. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.
Yes, I've done steroids, and yes, I'm on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician.
That's right, Greg. Today is a very sad day because the Liver King apparently is a filthy fraud. Turns out the whole thing was a big joke. Just a big goof to this guy. He was more of a liver jester than he ever was a Liver King. So this came out a couple days ago. The Liver King apparently has been taking steroids for the entire time that he's been like a public figure. I figured that since I've made a bunch of videos about Liver King in the past and even like tried his lifestyle for a day, I should probably let you guys know that the jig is up and it's not real. The whole thing's fake. So everybody, you can put down the testicles now. That is not how you get the Liver King's body. If you want that, you're gonna have to do steroids. I found out from this video by this dude, More Plates, More Dates, who I guess has been saying that the Liver King is probably on steroids this whole time, but now there's actual proof of it because emails from like 2021 have surfaced of the Liver King emailing some sort of doctor or personal trainer, basically saying like, hey, I'm taking a lot of steroids right now and they're not working. Is there any other steroids that you can give me that will be better than the steroids I'm taking right now? So pretty cut and dry evidence evidence that the Liver King is taking steroids. Here you can see it's literally says from Brian Johnson, aka the Liver King. As it relates to my goals, I'm the face of several brands, including ancestral supplements, and I've just hired a team to build the Liver King brand with the goal of hitting 1 million followers by March of 2022. He definitely did that. I'm pouring ridiculous resources into making this happen, including hosting a video guy that will be living at my guest house and a film crew that will be filming 7 days a month. So basically this email was sent right as the Liver King was starting his online presence, and he was already really strong. I don't want to take that away from him. I guess there was just like a few things that were bothering him about his physique, and so he started taking steroids to fix those. And he was like, look, I'm gonna become the face of these brands. I'm going to be turning into the Liver King, so I need to look my best. And honestly, all of that is fine. I don't have any problem with the Liver King taking steroids if that's how he wants his body to look, if he's comfortable with putting those chemicals into his body. I don't really have a problem with that. The issue is that obviously he's advertising a lifestyle, he's advertising supplements, a whole workout program where he's saying like, this is everything you need to be happy in life and to look like me. And that's obviously where the problem is. He was lying to sell his products, and call me crazy, but I don't think that's okay. Couple notable things from these emails before we get to his apology. First off, just the sheer amount of steroids he was taking seems pretty crazy to me. To support these exhaustive efforts, I've recently started taking Omnitrope, the 5 milligram vials from Empower Therapy. $11,000 per month. This dude was spending $11,000 a month on this. So obviously it was very important to him, meaning very important to his brand, that he look like this, which definitely does not bode well for the ancestral lifestyle that was supposed to be giving him this body if he had to spend an additional $11,000 to actually get the body. That just seems so unnecessary. To spend $11,000? I feel like probably like 1,000 would have done it, you know? I guess I don't know how much steroids cost, but like, I feel like at a certain point it's gotta be like diminishing returns, right? There's probably only so much testosterone one man can take before he just turns into one giant testicle. In talking to this person, he also outlines his entire like daily routine, and to give him some credit, as long as he's telling the truth in this daily routine, it does seem like, aside from the whole steroids thing, he was taking the ancestral life very seriously. He does wake up and walk barefoot to the lake, sun gaze, and have a morning coffee, review the books for his companies. I don't think that the guy who's prescribing you steroids needs to know all this. I don't think he'd email back being like, wait, hold up, just to make sure you are walking barefoot to the lake every morning, right? Otherwise, these steroids aren't gonna work. One thing I thought that was kind of funny is that the person he's talking to asked, do you have more energy at the beginning of the workout or strong all the way through? And he responded, fuck no, I'm dead at the end. Fucking dead. Sometimes I even have to take a nap from 12 to 1 p.m., which is right after he works out. I feel like I've often heard the Liver King say things like, working out gives me so much energy. I get in there, I kick ass, and then I'm energized for the rest of the day. Come to find out he takes a nap after he works out. Liver King, if you're watching, I think you might have been getting the extra energy from the nap that you take in the middle of the day. That might sort of like give you that reset you were looking for. A lot of this video gets into like the nitty gritty of exactly which steroids he's taking, which I thought was kind of interesting because I personally don't know anything about steroids, to the point where I feel like he could have been honest with me the entire time and I wouldn't have even known what he was talking about. I would have been like, guys, the Liver King is not taking steroids. He's on Omnitrope, okay? That's a different word than steroids. That's probably like some part of a bull carcass that I've never heard of before. Oh yeah, I take Wednesday and Sunday off. On those days, I do hard shell H-BOD in my house, 10-minute cold plunge at the house, massage at the house, and walk 6 to 9 miles and do Tabata push-ups. Or else I don't feel right in the head. I understand like the feeling of having clarity after you work out, you get the blood flowing and you feel empowered for the rest of the day and you got your mind in the right place. But saying I don't feel right in the head makes him sound like a supervillain. Uh-oh, the Liver King didn't get his Tabata push-ups in. He's fucked up in the head. He's gonna blow up a hospital. Maybe that's all the Joker needed, just some Tabata push-ups. He also ended one of his emails with, can you reassure me that all the information discussed will be confidential? I guess not. I feel kind of bad that in none of my videos I raised skepticism about him being on steroids. At least I don't remember doing that. I feel like I probably could have done a better job researching that. So when I did the video Living Like the Liver King, I went to a CrossFit gym to try out his workout routine. And even the lady that like ran that CrossFit gym, who works out for a living and knows a ton about fitness, I showed her a picture of the Liver King and she was like, oh yeah, that guy's on steroids. I don't think I even asked her. I just showed her a picture of him and she was like, that dude is on steroids. There's not a doubt in my mind. I really should have known he was on steroids when I saw this TikTok of him like months ago.
Liver King here. A bunch of primals keep asking if Liver King is natty or not. I decided to really face this head on and show you my stack. I stack liver and bone marrow every day. By the way, this was my cameraman idea, so tip of the hat to him. I don't even know where to get this stuff.
See, yeah, I definitely should have been a little suspicious when I saw this TikTok, because those look like steroid needles. Like the type of needles that you would put in your butt. And sure, he says it's a joke, and he says he doesn't know where to get the stuff, and yet he has steroid needles. I don't know where to get steroid needles, which I think you could probably tell by looking at me. But how does he know where to get them? I guess he says the video was the cameraman's idea, so maybe the cameraman got them?
This was my cameraman idea, so tip of the hat to him. I don't even know where to get this stuff.
Guys, the Liver King does not take steroids, alright? Get off my back. I've never touched this stuff. I don't know where to get it. My cameraman, on the other hand, is on steroids. This dude is a fiend. If anybody needs a hookup, let me know and I will get you in contact with him. I was half expecting the camera to turn around and it would be the Liver King filming it also.
This was my cameraman idea.
Yeah, what's up guys? I am on steroids. So if you are skeptical of those emails and think they might be fake, the Liver King has since responded in his own video confessing to everything in a video called Liver King Confession, I Lied. But before we watch that, I do have a confession of my own, and that's that this portion of the video is sponsored by SoFi. Maybe I should be sitting in the same place that the Liver King is for his apology. Do I look like the... SoFi is a mobile-first banking company helping their members bank, invest, and borrow money all in one app. Their mission is to help people achieve financial independence so they can realize their ambitions. I don't know about you guys, but when I put money away in a savings account, I want it to work for me, not just sit there. And with SoFi, I earn more in 1 month than I would in a year with a big bank savings account. That's right, gang. With a SoFi checking and savings account, you'll earn more money on your money without ever having to think about it. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days early, pay no account fees, and cash in on up to $250 when you sign up for direct deposit. And here's the best part. Here's the best confession of all. SoFi and I are going to be giving away $35,000, which is more than Liver King spends on steroids in 3 months, to one of you who signs up for a SoFi checking account right now using my link. Just click the link in the description or scan this QR code right here, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win when you sign up. Please make sure you use my link or scan this QR code. It's the only way to enter. You cannot win if you don't use my link. It's my special link. Thank you to SoFi for helping me give away money to my fans. This is incredible. And thank you for sponsoring this video. And thank you to you guys for checking out SoFi.
I'm making this video to apologize. I've stated that this is a complicated as fuck topic, at least to me it is.
First thing that jumps out to me is him saying this is a complicated as fuck topic, which is kind of crazy to hear from a guy that I don't think I've ever heard express any nuance about anything ever. The only times I've heard him talk, he's like, sugar, subprimal, eating a bull's ball sack, primal, baby. I've never heard him be like, well, the conflict going on in the Middle East right now is pretty nuanced, and on a scale from primal to subprimal, it floats somewhere in the middle.
Before social media, I was rich and anonymous, and after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous, and I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye. It's been tricky as fuck to navigate.
Yeah, but that's probably because you lied, though. Being in the public eye probably wouldn't have been so tricky if you were just telling the truth the entire time.
Clearly, I did it wrong. And I'm here now to set the record straight.
To give credit where credit is due, I do think that he does a good job apologizing and owning up to everything. I guess he could have just tried to sweep this under the rug. I feel like it's pretty rare to see influencers apologize in a way that seems genuine. Granted, he's probably just doing this because he got caught. Like, he probably wouldn't have come clean ever if he didn't get exposed like this. So, yeah. I'm sure he is sorry about that. Also, to give him further credit where credit is due, in a way, it was a really good con because it was kind of a lie that no one would ever test. I've seen people accuse him of being on steroids before, and he's always been like, well, you think a body like this isn't possible without steroids. But that's just because you've never eaten bone marrow and raw liver every day for 30 years while sleeping on the floor. And it's like, damn. You're right. And I also never will, so I guess it's pretty hard to test that claim.
I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous, and I never expected this kind of exposure.
Never expected this kind of exposure? I don't know, man. It seems like you were kind of actively seeking attention. Remember when you went to Buckingham Palace and did, like, curls shirtless outside the front gates? Also, I feel like I remember in one of those emails you said something about hiring an entire team to help you blow up on TikTok. Can we get a replay of that? I'm pouring ridiculous resources into making this happen, including hosting a video guy that will be living at my guest house and a film crew that will be filming 7 days a month.
And yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician. Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves, the 80,000 people a day that try to kill themselves.
That's crazy, dude. I took steroids because a lot of people kill themselves. And I thought if they could see a guy that was like super jacked, maybe they'd think twice. I thought maybe if all these young men saw a guy saying that you could get this strong too, when in reality they can't, they never will get this strong, I thought maybe that would make them feel better. If I was way more jacked than them?
I didn't feel 100% physically or cognitively. So I went to get monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician to see what the fuck was going on with my life.
I feel like that is probably not high praise for the ancestral lifestyle that he had already been living for like 20 years. I thought raw liver and bone marrow was all you needed to be happy and healthy. Turns out you need steroids too. I'm honestly only mad because you didn't tell the rest of us that. I wish I had known that I was also supposed to be taking steroids this whole time. You can't just make that like an unspoken rule. So this whole time you got to take like $12,000 worth of steroids and none of us did? You know we would have done it. Seriously though, I do think that a lot of this video is kind of, it seems like it's like missing something huge. For how genuine this apology seems to be and like how much it seems like he wants to do better in the future, he kind of seems to be missing something huge. And that he's not like actually addressing the underlying issue of the things that he's feeling. He says later on in this video that even outside of like making this good for the brand, he is like insecure about the way that he looks. And so that's why he spends so much time in the gym every day. He spends hours and hours, I think he literally says like putting himself through hell or torturing himself in the gym. Don't get me wrong, I like working out. I work out a lot. I run, I lift weights in the gym, but like I think there is a level where it becomes unhealthy. If you're working out to the point where you look like him, and Liver King, you are like jacked, dude. I don't think you have to worry about stubborn back fat or fat on your love handles. Like you are it's one of the most impressive bodies anyone's ever seen in person. Like if I saw you in person, you'd probably be the strongest person I've ever seen. I have a feeling that steroids are probably not actually fixing this issue for you. And it's an issue that a lot of people have where kind of no matter what they do to their body, they still feel insecure. And I feel like the shit that you're kind of pushing people to do, like all of the ancestral tenets, which to me seem pretty outlandish. Maybe your ancestral tenets all really work for you and they really do make you happier, but I feel like they're not addressing the root cause because someday you are going to get older and no matter how many steroids you take, you're gonna start losing muscle. You'll probably gain a little bit of fat because that just happens to everybody. And more testosterone and steroids aren't gonna help you then. So you should probably be spending time trying to get to a place where you don't need to be taking steroids to feel like your full self. Because in this video, he says something somewhere where he implies that like once he started taking the steroids, like that fixed it. He was like, oh, I was insecure, but then I just started taking steroids and now I'm not anymore.
And hormone replacement has helped in a profound and significant way.
There probably could be a more permanent solution than that, and one that doesn't cost like $12,000 a month.
When I talk about the 85% of the population that suffers from self-esteem issues, that's me. I'm part of that statistic. This is why I fucking work myself to death in the gym.
It's good that working out is helping the Liver King feel less insecure. If that's really an issue that he deals with, that sucks. Feeling insecure and like you're not good enough's like the worst feeling in the world. But I know, at least personally, making any sort of change to yourself exterior is not gonna change what's in your brain and the feelings that you feel about yourself. I don't want to sound like I'm being too preachy and I'm trying to give you advice if you don't want it, but it just kind of resonated with me. I don't know. I feel like this apology, it makes sense. Like I get it. I get why you're taking steroids. I think really the issue is just transparency. If you want to take steroids, continue on doing it. I hope it makes you happy. But that does bring me to the biggest issue that I had with this video, and that is that Brian Liver King Johnson, you DM'd me your entire daily routine. How you sleep, how you eat, how you work out. You sent me beef liver and bone marrow to let me test your lifestyle, and nowhere in there did you mention $12,000 worth of pharmaceutical grade steroids. How the hell was I supposed to accurately assess your lifestyle if I wasn't taking needles in my butt, Brian? I could have been so jacked by now, you have no idea. So I would like to extend this offer to you, Liver King, if that is your real name. Or I guess if it's really not your real name? Because your real name's Brian Johnson? Man, I don't know what to believe anymore. Maybe Liver King is your real name. If you are watching this, I will give your lifestyle another shot. Just please give me the appropriate materials this time. Also, you know, if you ever want to try out influencer boxing and you want to get in the ring with me, let me know. I'd be down to do that too. As long as we are both allowed to do whatever drugs we want and we don't have to tell the other person which drugs we're doing. All right, guys, well, I just wanted to talk about this whole situation. Hope you enjoyed it and have a great day. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Stick around to the end of the video to find out more. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Oh, what a beautiful day it is. Welcome back to my second channel. If you stumbled across this video thinking it was my main channel, this is actually my second channel. Over here, we like to do things a little bit differently. I like to do a little bit less structured of videos, get a little bit sillier, a little bit wackier, a little bit goofier, and I also like to drink LaCroix. I've been pretty outspoken about enjoying a LaCroix every now and again on this channel, and if you're a longtime viewer of this channel, then you're probably wondering what flavor of LaCroix I'm gonna be drinking today. And that's a great question, because I'm actually gonna be drinking all of them. I'm gonna be drinking every flavor. A lot of separate people actually gave me this idea, because in whatever video I tasted the watermelon LaCroix and I didn't like it, people said, oh, well, you should taste all of them and figure out which ones you like the best. So I'm almost certain I have every flavor here except limoncello and watermelon, but actually I think I still have watermelon in the fridge because I didn't drink all of it because it was nasty. So let me go get that. Okay, so the only flavor I don't have is limoncello. Limoncello is pretty hard to come by because it's still a pretty new flavor, and also it is very highly coveted. So I couldn't find any for this video, but rest assured, I know where that's going. So we don't even have to worry about it. I don't even have to taste it. Oh, also, before we get started, there's new colors of the Greg t-shirts and Greg hoodies. There's like a yellow and orange Greg hoodie and a pink, like coral Greg t-shirt, and also this blue t-shirt. So if you want to get any of these, go to dannygonzalez.store. I think they're pretty fun summer colors. And without further ado, it's time to drink a ton of LaCroix. I don't know which flavor we should start with. Maybe we'll just go with whatever's on the top of the tier list here. All right, we've got lemon. Let me see if I can find the lemon. Lemon. Lemon is one of those flavors that I think is a lot like lime. It's pretty reliable. A lemon's never gonna let you down, and it's good for any occasion. So let's go ahead and take a sip and see how we feel. Both lemon and lime are kind of like if you took Sprite and made it light. It's a light Sprite. And by light, I mean if you took out any of the sweetness, and also I guess the lime flavor, because it's lemon and lime. But if you're like trying to cut soda and you're craving a Sprite, I'd say a lemon or a lime. It'll do you wonders. I would say lemon probably honestly goes in A tier. It's a great flavor. It's fun. It's not too crazy, so you're not gonna get tired of it. I feel like one of the downsides of LaCroix is they only come in like really big packs of like 8 or 12. So like if you buy one for the week, then you're gonna get really tired of the flavor after the week. But lemon is just like drinking lemon water basically. It's a classic. You can't go wrong. That's a good choice. Okay, what's next? Uh-oh, coconut. A highly controversial flavor. Some people love coconut, some people hate coconut, and by that I mean I don't know if anyone I don't know if I've ever heard anyone say they like coconut, but a lot of people hate coconut. I personally I've only had it a couple times, and one of the time was while filming the music video for the LaCroix song. I just wrote it in because it was a flavor that I knew existed, but I hadn't even tried it yet at the time of making that song. So that was my first exposure to it, and for the video I had to drink a lot of it. It kind of grossed me out how much of it I had to drink, and I ended up not really liking it, but it's been a while since then, so let's see if I like it now. See, there's two sides of this. There's two sides of this coin here. You get kind of like a sunscreen taste, because of course, like any sunscreen kind of has like a coconutty tropical vibe to it, but you also get kind of like a pina colada taste, which I really like. I know not a lot of people like coconut. I really like coconut flavored things. Like I love me a good Almond Joy. I love me a good pina colada. I do feel like by the end of this can, I would be tired of this flavor, because it's just like a little bit too much. It's also kind of like artificial tasting. I'm gonna put it maybe in D tier. It's not like offensive by any means, but I don't think that I would ever pick it. I definitely don't think I would ever buy like a whole pack of it, and I definitely feel like if I drank this whole can, I would not feel good about it. So it's going in D tier. Okay, berry. Shoot, I don't know if I've tried berry. Where is berry? I'm very excited to try berry. What does it smell like? Maybe raspberry? Yeah, I think that's like a raspberry flavor. Honestly, it's refreshing, but I don't know if I really fuck with the flavor that much. Like, I've never really been a big berry person. In fact, ever since I was a kid, and I don't know if this story's gonna make sense to anyone, but like, did anyone else like have siblings and each sibling had like a specific color that everything they had would be that color? Like in my house, everything I would have would be blue, and everything my brother would have would be green, and my sister would be like red or pink. So like I would have a blue plate with dinner, and my cup would be blue always, so we would always know like whose was whose, because blue was like my favorite color, and also it just came to be associated with me. So then anytime like my grandparents would get us candy or anything, they'd always get my brother like green apple and my sister pink like strawberry or something like that, and they would get me blue. And for some reason a lot of times blue would be raspberry. I guess they couldn't come up with another blue flavor, so it would just be blue raspberry, and I really didn't like it. It's grown on me a little bit since then, but I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't ever pick it myself, but I would drink a can of it. It is pretty refreshing. So I'm gonna put it maybe in C tier. It's just kind of like, meh, I don't really care, you know? Why should I care about a berry LaCroix? Oh, shit. Next flavor is tangerine. So I have tried this before, and I already know that I don't really like it, but I'm gonna try it again for the sake of this experiment. And while I open this can, I'd like to talk about LaCroix in a broader sense, because there seem to be two different camps of people that watch this channel. There seem to be people that also enjoy LaCroix and are curious to know my thoughts on every flavor. And then there are also people who hate LaCroix. I should say that I also used to hate LaCroix. I used to think it was so gross. In fact, I remember when I was like in middle school, I used to play Risk a lot with my friends. And sometimes to make the stakes more interesting, we would make it so the loser of the game would have to drink a whole can of LaCroix, because our parents would always have LaCroix. My friends' parents would always have LaCroix. So we all hated LaCroix so much that we would make the losing friend drink an entire can of LaCroix. And usually they couldn't even finish a can because it was so nasty. But when I was in college, I got like way too into soda, and I started drinking it way too much. And then like even after college, when Drew was staying with us to prepare for the tour, he drank a lot of lime LaCroix. So I was like, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. Can I try some? And at first I didn't really like it. At first it definitely tastes like a soda fountain soda, but like the syrup is not working, and so you barely get any flavor. So it's just like seltzer water and like a tiny minuscule amount of flavor. Yeah. Tangerine, I think, might be like the most flavorful LaCroix, and that's not necessarily a good thing, because I don't really like the tangerininess. This one tastes so much like a tangerine. It literally feels like biting into a tangerine. I just think that's a little bit too much for LaCroix. LaCroix's not supposed to have that much flavor. I'm gonna put it in D tier. Yeah, I don't really like tangerine. So with all that being said, I feel like the appeal of LaCroix to me isn't to have something like super flavorful. Like soda is like so sweet and sugary. LaCroix is like a whole different thing. It's like if you like lemon water at a restaurant or something like that, where you like want some water, but you want just like a tiny little bit of flavor to it. It also has carbonation in it, which makes it a little more interesting. I think that's what makes it so gross to most people at first, because you're not used to tasting carbonated things that don't have a ton of flavor in them. Like the only carbonated things you ever drink are like Coke or Sprite that have like a ton of sugar in them. So tasting something that's carbonated without like a lot of flavor is really jarring at first. So that's why it takes a while to get used to. Okay, orange. Okay, we're staying in the orange realm of things. I don't think I've had orange. I've only had tangerine. So let's see if orange is any better than tangerine. Oh yeah. That's a much more classic orange flavor. The first time I had tangerine, I thought it was gonna be like orange flavored, but it's really like tangerine flavored. Like if you can picture the difference between like the flavor of like an orange crush soda or like orange juice versus like a cutie, one of those little tangerines, that's the difference between these two LaCroix. This tastes much more like a substitute for like a crush or something like that. I still can't say I'm a huge fan. I don't really like orange flavored things that much. Like if I was drinking soda, I would never reach for like a Fanta or a crush on my own. But for what it is, it's pretty good. I think that falls in the same category as berry. So that's gonna go in the C category. Actually, you know, no, I like it a little bit more than that. I'm gonna put it in the B category. Yeah, that's actually quite delightful. That's actually, quite fun. Raz Cran. Oh shit, we're getting crazy now. So I'm pretty sure berry was raspberry, and now they throw in Raz Cran into the mix? That's raspberry plus cranberry? That's a little bit crazy, don't you think? More like Raz Crazeberry. Yeah, I haven't had this one either, so we'll see how it goes. It smells really similar to the berry. They smell exactly the same, except Raz Cranberry smells more. Like, it smells like more things. It smells like berry plus more. Probably cran. Nah, this might upset a lot of people, but I don't really like cranberry. I don't like cranberry flavored anything. That's going in the D tier. It's not like offensive, but it's just a flavor I don't really like. So, okay, watermelon. Oh, who remembers how much I liked watermelon before? Actually, this is like the only cold one, because this is the only one that's been in my fridge. The rest of them have been warm, I forgot to mention. And you know what? I'm willing to admit that the last time I tried watermelon, I had recently brushed my teeth. So I was definitely disgusted by watermelon at first, but I've realized since then that maybe it was because I had just brushed my teeth. I had that weird feeling in my mouth that, like, you know, everything tastes kind of bitter. So actually, maybe I'll enjoy this now. We shall see. Oh, no, it's still bad. Yeah. No, I gotta be honest, somehow this tastes like the most artificial out of any LaCroix flavor I've had. That's like, it doesn't taste like a watermelon, it tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher, but it also tastes like if somehow like the watermelon Jolly Rancher had like a Jolly Rancher rind on it, and you just took the rind and dissolved it in sparkling water, and that's what this tastes like. No, that's gross. I don't like that. That's going in F tier. Yeah, fuck watermelon LaCroix. All my homies hate watermelon LaCroix. Pesticue? More like nasty Q. No, I can't believe that people like that. That's weird. Okay, here we go. Pamplemousse. Pamplemousse. I don't know how to pronounce it in French, but it looks like pamplemousse, which always reminds me of that thing in gymnastics that the people do. Pommel horse. I always think that they're the same word. I'm gonna go do my gymnastics routine on the pamplemousse. Pamplemousse is grapefruit, if you don't know. I've had this many a time, and I enjoy it. I feel like it's got just the right amount of flavor. Like, it's not too overbearing like the tangerine is, but it's also not like super mellow either. And we do buy this from time to time. This is a flavor that we actually get and enjoy, so I feel like I'm gonna put this one in B tier. I'm feeling pretty good about pamplemousse. Pommel horse. Pamela Anderson. I hope the microphone's not picking up what's going on over here. I've got like all of the barely drinking LaCroix sitting over here, and they are all just kind of like crackling, or, you know, what is the word? Sizzling? What did sodas do? Bubbling? They're just kind of bubbling. Can you hear that? Next flavor is All Reliable. Beautiful, elegant lime. I already know I like lime. I don't know what kind of psycho drinks pure LaCroix, like just straight up bubbly water without any flavor to it, but I'm pretty sure that's what this next one is. Pure LaCroix. Actually, you know, I should take that back, because I have drinking plain sparkling water before, but it was more out of necessity, because we went on vacation to Mexico earlier this year, and I really wanted some LaCroix, but they didn't have any, so I just kept asking for sparkling water, and then putting lime in it if they had it, but sometimes they didn't have lime at the place we were staying, so I would just end up drinking plain sparkling water. And honestly, eventually I started to like it a little bit. Like, it really started to scratch my itch, if you know what I mean. Yeah, smells like nothing. And it tastes like nothing. That's weird. This is probably how flavored LaCroix drinks to people who aren't, like, used to LaCroix. It's like the sensation of drinking bubbly water that doesn't have a lot of flavor to it. It's like really weird. I don't know why, because I don't think it really tastes different than water. It's just water with bubbles in it. So it shouldn't really taste different. It's just like the feeling of bubbles being in your mouth without flavor. Well, I can say without a doubt I would never buy that from the store. I'm gonna put this bad boy in... Am I gonna put it in E or F tier? Really, what's the difference between E and F tier anyway? Is there really a distinct difference at this point? I'm gonna put it in E tier. Like, it's not flavorful, which I don't like, but at least it's not like offensive. Like, it's not like bitter, like the nasty Q. Hibiscus! This is one that I haven't tried yet. I've seen some people say they love it, and some people say they hate it. To my understanding, hibiscus is a flower, and I say that because we have a hibiscus at our house, and it's a flower. So I was gonna say, I is not sure if this is gonna taste like a flower or not. If it does taste like a flower, I'm guessing I'm not gonna like it, because that sounds gross. Like, what am I, a bee that eats flowers? What do bees do? They eat pollen, or they take the pollen? I don't know what they do, but they do something with flowers. Oh, huh. That's actually not bad. It's actually kind of good. Wow, I was not expecting to like that. It kind of tastes like, I don't know, it almost tastes like Kool-Aid or something. Like, not at all what I was expecting it to taste like. That's good. I wish I've tasted it more, because right now my mouth like feels kind of weird from drinking so many sips of different flavored things so much in a row, but I feel like I want to put this in A or B tier. I feel like I can't in good confidence at this very moment put it in A tier, so I'm gonna put it in B tier for now, but that is a lot better than I was expecting. Okay, moving on. Apricot. I should quickly note that I don't feel so good, honestly. My tummy, it feels like it's honestly kind of about to explode. I feel like I've got a lot of carbonation, and I feel like I'm inflating like a balloon. Let's just keep moving on. Apricot. I've never tried this flavor before. Oh. Ew, that tastes like apricot, like for a little bit, but then also has like an undertone of like body odor or something, like sweat. I think that's going in F tier. I don't know, there's something about that that's just sweaty. Passion fruit. I haven't tried this one either. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you what a passion fruit tastes like, so I'm kind of excited to see. Nah, this kind of has the same problem as apricot, I feel like. It's got like a weird aftertaste that tastes like sweat. Does my mouth just taste like sweat right now? That's 2 in a row that have tasted kind of sweaty. Am I sweaty? No. There's something wrong with that one. It's not as bad as apricot though. I'm gonna put this in, I think I'm gonna put that in C tier. It's just got like a little bit of sweat to it. And the more I taste it, the more it goes away. It's actually not that bad. I think I might have had some sweat taste left in my mouth from apricot. That was the problem. I gotta stop taking so many sips of each one. Like, I feel like by now I've drinking like a total of several cans of LaCroix, which is definitely not good for one sitting. I feel like I'm kind of full of gas right now. Okay. Peach pear. I have had peach pear before. I like peaches, I like pears, and I like peach pear. It's just like a little bit too much for me. Like the pear is like really distinct and I don't know, something about it, it's like really flavorful. This is one of the more flavorful cans. All right, we're coming down to the wire here. We got mango. I've never had mango, but that all ends today. Okay. I'm gonna put that in C. This is the last can that I have in person. That is key lime. Key lime is pretty good. I've had key lime before. Wait, is there a type of lime called key lime, or is key lime only referring to the pie? Because in my head, it's just a pie. But thinking about it now, I feel like key lime is like an actual type of lime. Let me Google this. The difference between a key lime and a regular lime. Okay, so key limes are, it is a specific type of lime. So this is kind of like lime, but different. This is good, and honestly, I'm not a fan of key lime pie. I've never had like a regular, just a plain old key lime. At least not to my knowledge, I don't think I have. But I like this more than I like key lime pie, but less than I like the lime LaCroix. I've also heard my friend describe this as tasting like the lime flavored Skittles, if you've ever had those, and I think that's pretty spot on. I'm gonna put it in B tier. It's a good taste, it's a fun taste. I have bought key lime before and I've enjoyed it, but it's not one of my top picks. And last but not least, we have limoncello. Again, I couldn't find a can of limoncello, but let me just tell you, it's my favorite flavor of LaCroix of all time. It tastes like lemon plus like kind of like vanilla, which is really different for LaCroix because pretty much all of these are just flavors of fruit and different mixtures of fruit, with the exception of hibiscus, which is a flower. But like having that vanilla-y kind of flavor in there really takes it to the next level. It tastes like lemon cake. So if you haven't had limoncello, I would highly recommend it, so long as you like LaCroix. With any of my recommendations, if you don't like sparkling water or like flavored sparkling water, then there's 100% chance you will think any flavor of LaCroix is disgusting, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this list. So yeah, there you have it. There's a whole bunch of LaCroix cans that I've had just but a couple of sips out of. I feel like I'm about to bust, and not in a good way. So let me know what you think of my tier list. Let me know what kind of controversial LaCroix opinions you have. But I think that's it for this LaCroix tier list. But with all that being said, now it's time to talk about our sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace is the absolute easiest way to build a website for whatever your needs may be, whether it's like making a personal portfolio of your work or starting an online business, an online blog, or anything in between. They make it really easy to make a website without having to get intimidated by things like coding. If you make a website with Squarespace, you never have to code anything. It's all very visual. I've built websites with Squarespace before, and I have no knowledge of like HTML or anything like that. They've got really beautiful templates you can start from, and they'll look good right off the bat. All you gotta do is fill in all the blanks, and you've got like a beautiful looking website right from the go, and you can customize it from there if you want to. You can add things to your website really easily, like an online store. You can add video if you want to embed video for people to play, or audio with audio blocks. You can have multiple contributors to your website, so if if you have like business partners or friends that you run a website with, you can easily give them access to also edit your website. But it's not just easy to build the website, it's easy to maintain and keep your audience growing and up to date as well. You can use email campaigns. They've got great traffic analytics. You can look at how many people are coming to your website, what types of people are coming to your website. You can also use Squarespace to post to all of your other socials. So if you run a business and you want to let everybody know about a new product or something on your Facebook, your Tumblr, and your Twitter, you can post to all of them at once using Squarespace. So if all that sounds good to you, you want to start a website for your business or a personal project, or you just want to mess around and see what Squarespace is all about, head on over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Danny to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Squarespace. It really helps when you check out my sponsors, helps me get more in the future, so I really appreciate it. I'm probably gonna go explode from all the carbonation in my tummy tum tum. Bye. Hello everyone, welcome back to my second channel. It's been a while since I posted on here, hasn't it? Actually, how long has it been? I haven't posted on this channel in 6 months, but in my defense, I've been busy. Dang, I didn't realize it's been that long, but my last video on this channel got 1.5 million views. That's pretty good for this channel. I don't know why I haven't posted on here in a while. I guess I feel like I have been prioritizing the main channel more and stuff like that, so I apologize if you live for the second channel content, but here I am again. I've got a LaCroix, and I want to try to do a Reddit video. It's kind of a thing that other YouTubers do. Shout out to Cody, kind of his thing on his second channel. I think PewDiePie does it too, so it's sort of his thing. A lot of people have it as their thing, and so now it's gonna be my thing too, now, on this channel, maybe. I don't know, I'm gonna do one and we'll see if it's fun, and then maybe I'll do more in the future. I want more things to post on this second channel, because I do feel like I did put in a bit of an effort to make this second channel and to get it to where it is today, and then I stopped posting on it. So if you don't know, I have a subreddit. It's r/Danny Gonzalez, and people post on there fairly often, and I check it out once every couple days just to see what people are saying. And sometimes there's funny excuse me. And sometimes there's funny stuff on here, and sometimes there's like questions that people want to know about me and stuff like that, so maybe I can answer those and it would be interesting, or interesting to see my reaction to some of the things on here. So let's go ahead and look at my subreddit. Should I sort by hot or new? I feel like we probably want the cream of the crop for our first try, especially since there's not that many people posting on here right now, so we'll probably want to go for hot. This is the top thing on my subreddit. Behold the Gregma Nation. It was posted 15 hours ago. It says Alpha, Sigma, and Gregma. Yeah, I guess I am sort of the pinnacle of man. The absolute peak male that there could be. Maybe I should start making tutorials on how to be a Gregma male. And it'll basically just be a tutorial on how to act like me all the time. So basically what you're gonna wanna do in any social situation is try to avoid conversation as much as possible, because you know you're not very good at making conversation. If you're at like a restaurant or something and the waiter makes a mistake, maybe they bring you the wrong drink, it's important for you to apologize to them even if they misheard you, because it does feel like your fault, even if it's not your fault. If you wanna be on the top of the male hierarchy, it's important that you cannot grow a beard. I think that's the clear progression from Alpha to Sigma to Gregma. He starts off with a pretty full beard. It gets a little patchy when you get to Sigma. By the time you're Gregma, you're basically a baby. Danny should have one of these in every single corner of his room. Oh shit, he's got animated eyes. I don't know why that's necessary. When have you ever thought that like the one thing missing from my Christmas decorations is that their eyes can't move around and like follow me around the house? That's so scary. He does have beautiful blue eyes though. Did his pupils change size too? What the hell is going on? I don't understand why his eyes would need to move, and I definitely don't understand why his pupils would be getting bigger and smaller. Okay, this comment agrees with me. Oh, that's terrifying. I think I've seen that exact same eye animation on some Halloween animatronics, so yes, he absolutely should. Should I get one of those? I do have a giant nutcracker that I put in one video. It was a video with Drew. Yeah, this video. This huge ass nutcracker. I still own this, and I actually still have all of these nutcrackers also. They're just in my basement. So in a sense, I do kind of have this. I guess not in every single corner of my room. I was thinking a while ago it would be kind of funny if for one video, instead of having that in the background, I just hire somebody to dress up like that and like paint their face with like the smile and the rosy red cheeks and just stand perfectly still in the background for an entire video. But then I kind of feel like it would be like a waste of an entire video. Like no one would be paying attention to what I'm saying because they'd just be trying to figure out what the fuck is going on back there the whole time. Actually, you know what? I should plug that in. I just put the bulb back in this guy. A lot of people might not know this is a light up Christmas toy. toy. Decoration. It's not a toy. It's serious. There we go. That's kind of nice, huh? I'm kind of worried even that might be too distracting. Is that... He turned... What the fuck? Why did it turn off? Oh, what the hell, dude? The light bulb just burnt out. That was so weird. It was like the second I looked away. Okay, well, guess we're not doing that. This post is called, Am I Crazy? Or, and the post reads, Is Danny kinda fine? I started watching Drew Gooden recently and then found Curtis and Danny's videos, and I'm surprised I never see fans mentioning his looks other than to say he looks young, or that he's just Drew. Am I some strange outlier, or just not part of this normal demographic? I don't think Drew or Curtis are attractive, it's just Danny. This is driving me insane. Yeah, I'm not gonna click on that, especially since it only has 7 upvotes. Just gonna upvote that. Here's a post that's a petition for me to do a Reddit video, and that's actually the reason why I'm doing this Reddit video is because I saw this post, and it's got 300 upvotes. So how could I not? And it's got 50 comments, all being like, yes please, I vote, infinite votes. What does Reddit video mean? Okay. I'm sure if he knew, he would have voted yes. Okay, this post says, Sup, I like Greg, and it looks like a selfie? I don't know what this is supposed to be. Is this just a guy posting a selfie? This looks like a selfie from like 2006, if it is. What's up? Just wanted to say hi from 2006. I know Danny hasn't started making YouTube videos yet, but I just wanted to hop in and say what's good. Love the content, dude, and I like Greg. Part of me thinks that this is maybe supposed to be a doppelganger, because this guy has a big nose, and anytime anyone sees someone with a big nose, they post it on the subreddit saying it's a doppelganger. But there is a doppelganger label for this subreddit that this person did not use. They just put it in general. Okay, let's see what the comments say. Maybe someone can glean what this is supposed to mean. Someone said, it's Curtis. I guess they're probably talking about the guy with the curly hair. Is this meant to look like me and Curtis? Don't really think it particularly looks like either of us. Oh, this is when me and Curtis met in 2006. This is from that video where we sort of linked up as 12-year-olds and made a vlog together. I forgot. This was actually our first collab. I was so nervous, you can tell by the way I'm standing. Person said, screw Apple products, we're using potato products over here. And then the original poster commented back, indeed. So he seems to know that this is a shitty picture and he's proud of it. Okay, this is sick. I actually commented on this. This is from 3 days ago. I built Danny's old setup in Minecraft. This person like modeled this room in Minecraft, but the way that I used to have it set up, added all the decorations and stuff. I don't even know how you do some of this shit in Minecraft. Maybe they have it modded or something, but they got the Greg letters and the shelf and the nutcracker, the curtains. It looks very good. I commented on it and I said, why is my comment not top comment? My comment is like 5 comments down, even more than that. Wait, where is my comment? My comment's like almost at the bottom. You guys know this is me, right? Hey, people on my subreddit, this is me, Danny Gonzalez. I even have a thing under my name that says, it's me, Danny, I'm Danny. If I comment on something, upvote it, all right? How embarrassing is that? I don't even have the top comment on my own friggin' subreddit. Let's see what other people are saying. Where the fuck do you get a little cactus? That's solid callback. Someone responded like, honestly, I assume Chisels and Bits mod. Like this person is really so aggressively asking where they got the little cactus on the shelf. Where the fuck did you get that? I've been searching in Minecraft for years for a little cactus. Person's probably like, dude, take it easy, man. It's probably just a mod. Dude, that's amazing. How long did it take? No response. He's probably all crafting something else. Someone else's room. Maybe he'll do a different room in my house. Maybe my bedroom. I don't think I've ever showed that in a video, so it would actually be very disturbing if they were able to do that. Oh, someone said, if you subscribe and don't turn on notifications, are you potentially Greg instead of truly Greg, or are you just Grr? The EG can only be acquired by clicking on the bell icon. Okay, so are you like potentially Greg, or are you like half Greg? You're just Grr. I think I voted on this. I think I voted GR. But now that I think about it, I mean, like, I guess you're probably more just like a potential Greg, or like a Greg in training, or like a beta Greg. You know what? I'm gonna comment on this. I'm gonna set the record straight. You're beta Greg. And the alpha Gregs and the sigma Gregs have their notifications on. Actually, maybe alpha Gregs are subscribed with notifications on, and sigma Gregs are also subscribed to this channel with their notifications on. I think that makes the most sense. It's that time of year again. Time to play I'm Gonna Kill Santa Claus. Did you guys know that this is my most viewed video on YouTube? I think just a few months ago, it passed one of my Troom Troom videos, and now it's my most viewed video. I'm Gonna Kill Santa Claus has 17 million views, compared to 15 million, 13 million are my other most viewed videos. 17 million views! And it's not even like like one of my regular videos. It's a music video. I should make more music videos. I haven't made one in a long time. I have a few songs that are like straight up done, and I've just been kind of like putting off making music videos for them. I should do that. It just takes a lot of time to plan, you know? But I have a lot of fun doing them, and it could become my new most viewed video, so why not? Maybe I should give it a go. Danny has spooky songs and this song. It's official. We need a Thanksgiving song from him ASAP. I think I thought about doing that once. I thought about like releasing a project of like spooky songs, and one of them was gonna be called November 1st. That was actually sort of like a diss on Thanksgiving and November as a whole, because like, you know, if you think about a spooky guy, his favorite day of the year is Halloween, and then probably his least favorite day would be the day after that, where everyone goes back to normal and pretends that shit never happened. Actually, let me see if I can find that, because I know that I started making part of it, and I just have it private on my SoundCloud. This was like years ago. Yeah, November 1st, 2 years ago. I don't think I finished making this, but forgive the singing. This was definitely a rough draft.
Yesterday I saw so many sexy cats, but today I just see normal cats. What's up with that? Yesterday I walked around dressed in a witch's hat. When I tried that shit today, everybody laughed. Why can't I be?
So that probably answers your question of whether or not I'll make a Thanksgiving song. Fuck Thanksgiving. Fuck Thanksgiving. Someone commented under this, I don't have Thanksgiving, what's it like? And then he responded with kind of a sweet little explanation of Thanksgiving. Well, it's just a lot of food and your family getting together. Turkey is normally the go-to for the main dish, but my family makes stuffing and mashed potatoes and roast some veggies, and we eat until we can physically eat no more. Then we have some pumpkin pie. This post just turns into like a really sweet post about the meaning of Thanksgiving. It's about giving thanks. That's really the heart of it. Wait, what was this post about again? Killing Santa Claus. That's right. Okay. Does anyone still watch Danny's videos that came out 2 or 3 years ago? Looks like everyone does watch my videos that came out 2 or 3 years ago. That's kind of sweet. I have a few of my videos that are like favorites that I go back to and watch just for like nostalgia every once in a while. Especially videos that I filmed with other people, like my collabs with Drew or Curtis, or like videos from tour. If I'm feeling especially nostalgic. I guess some of them aren't even my videos, but like I'll go back and watch the Gooby video every once in a while if I want a good laugh. It's just kind of fun. And sure, maybe it is a little bit narcissistic to be enjoying my own videos, but I do it for nostalgia, just to kind of remember what it was like to be on the road with my boys, or hanging out with my boys and having a good time. How did Danny get into music? I know he majored in computational media and that he's always wanted to do comedy and videos, but I don't know if he's ever mentioned how he got into playing guitar, writing, or producing music. I'm really into music, so I would like to know more about that. That's actually kind of a good question. I don't think I've ever been asked that before, or I don't think I've ever answered that before. I don't think he's ever answered that, but I know that he made music on one of his childhood YouTube channels, so I think it's safe to say he's been into it for a while. That's true. I did. I wonder what the first like musical thing I ever posted on YouTube was that I produced. I think the first bit of music I ever posted on YouTube was this video.
Hope we don't skid. What was that? We hit a kid.
Produced by yours truly. I started making music for 2 reasons, actually. One, because I wanted to make videos like this. I wanted to make music for videos that I was gonna make with my friends, because we had a YouTube channel together. But I think that the reason that I actually downloaded FL Studio, which is what I started making music in, is because I listened to Skrillex in high school, and I wanted to make dubstep like Skrillex. Let me see if I can find some of that, actually. I know I posted it on an old SoundCloud account. Let's see, this is the first thing I ever posted on SoundCloud. So probably one of the first things I ever made. This was 10 years ago, sometime in 2011. I would have been a junior in high school at the time, probably. And this is when I started making music. Oh shit. I don't know what vibe that is. It's got a little something to it. Let's see, happy song. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I don't think I understood how music genres worked. I think I just sort of just played notes. Okay, here's dubstep. Yeah, this was 10 years ago. I've got tracks called Dubstep, Dubstep 2, Dope Step. This is when I was getting into Skrillex. Dude, I haven't listened to this in so long, but like I remember making this. That's so weird. What is SpongeBob remix?
I hope my horrible ugliness won't be a distraction to you.
Not at all, boy. Not at all, boy. Not at all, not at all, not at all.
Okay, that shit actually, that goes hard. Oh my god. So yeah, that's how I got into music. Okay, this is the kind of meme I like to see. This is like a real ass meme. Facebook and Meta. Why doesn't this have any comments? This should have more upvotes and more comments. This is an actual meme related to my videos. Topical. Very nice. Danny looking a little different here. Okay, I've gotten a lot of comments saying I look like the new Buzz Lightyear, and honestly, I think I see it. Let's compare here. This is a picture of my face from a thumbnail, and then here's the new Buzz Lightyear. We both have the blue eyes. I think the eyebrows are pretty similar. I get it. I see why people are saying it. I'm gonna cut this fool's face out, and I'm gonna put it on my face, and then we'll see how it looks. Dude, that does look like me. It's me! Wow. That actually could be a cartoon version of me. I should say though, this happens every time Pixar comes out with a new movie. People tweet me saying that the main character looks like me. For some reason, every male Pixar character, or like, I feel like any animated movie now, for some reason, has to have like brown hair and blue eyes and a pronounced nose. Of course, people send me this guy all the time from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. People have sent me this guy before, the guy from Ratatouille that I look like. People are even sending me this guy. He's not even a human being. I don't know why Pixar's style is just me. Oh shit, we got a controversial post over here. This person is aggressive. Reindeers don't have paws. This actually makes me so mad. In the song I'm Gonna Kill Santa Claus, he says, when I hear those reindeer paws, I swear to God it makes me so angry. He was so pissed off that he put an extra syllable in angry. I am angry! Okay, here's the thing. I know reindeer don't have paws now. The funny thing is, I wrote this line because there's that Christmas song that's like up on the rooftop, reindeer paws, whatever. So I wrote that part kind of as a reference to that song, and because I needed something that rhymed with Santa Claus. Come to find out, that line isn't even talking about their paws. It's talking about reindeer pausing. Like, up on the rooftop, the reindeer, they pause. They stop for a second. I thought it was someone hearing clap, 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 reindeer pause. But I don't think I've ever officially written out the lyrics to that song anywhere. I'm Gonna Kill Santa Claus. So, for all this person knows, and for all anyone knows, I could be also saying pause, as in, when I hear the reindeer pause. Like, when I hear them stop on my roof, that's when I'm gonna break the law. It's true that I was misinformed while writing the lyric, but I do think that it holds up because you can just change the version of pause and it's fine. Santa's reindeer are just built different. You know what? That's a fair response too. They can also fly, so it's like, you know, reindeer can't really fly in real life, so maybe that he can fly and he also has paws instead of hooves for some reason. This video is sponsored by Raycon, specifically Raycon's new everyday earbuds. These are them. It's the same great company that have been making these high quality earbuds that are half the price of other premium audio brands, but now they're even more convenient. They've got a better design, better sound quality, an improved rubber oil look and feel, and a built-in microphone for taking calls. All in all, they're great earbuds. These things fit really well. Both Laura and I will go for runs wearing these. I could be running for like an hour with these things in my ears and they won't fall out. They actually come with a bunch of different size of the gel ear tips so that you can find the right size for you. And all in all, these are just high quality earbuds. They're designed well. They don't like feel like cheap and like they're gonna fall apart. They feel sturdy. They come in a nice case that charges them. They offer 8 hours of playback time and 32 hours of battery life. And if for some reason these aren't the right earbuds for you, they do offer a 45-day happiness guarantee. So if you're looking for some new wireless earbuds, whether you have wired ones right now, which are not ideal for any sort of like active activity, or if you just need to replace your current ones, I definitely recommend you check out the Raycon everyday earbuds. All you gotta do is click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/furious to unlock some exclusive deals up to 20% off of your Raycon order. Again, that's the link in the description, or buyraycon.com/furious, and you can get up to 20% off your order on some Raycons. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Raycon. Alright, well, you know what? I think that I had a pretty good time making this video, and maybe I'll do another. Let's see how it does. Let's see if people like it. Please post some more on the subreddit. Give me a little bit more material to work with. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello everyone, welcome back to the second channel. I recently found this video of this guy in Japan who rents himself out as a friend. Or as this video describes it, he rents himself out to do nothing. Which actually sounds more suspicious than just renting out a friend. That kind of sounds like they are doing something and it's nefarious. But if you watch the video, it really does seem like they just do nothing.
This Japanese man rents himself out to do nothing.
For example, This man is not doing a darn thing.
Morimoto will offer his companionship to attend events, dine with clients, and sometimes provide a listening ear.
Sometimes he provides a listening ear, other times he just ignores the shit out of you, just like a real friend.
で、まあ呼ばれた場所に僕が行ってそこで特に何もしないという。
Roughly a quarter of his clients are repeat customers, including a woman who's hired him 270 times.
That's crazy to hang out with someone that much and not just be friends now. Like, he's still charging her? That would be the biggest hit to my ego ever. If I, paid this guy to hang out with me 200 times and he at no point was ever like, hey man, you don't have to keep paying me to do this. We're basically like family now. He's still like, no, this is still a chore for me to hang out with you. Even though we're doing absolutely nothing, this is really draining on me and my time.
まあ飲食、なんか物を食べたりとかはするんですけど、つまりこう飲み食いはする。あとは、質問に答えたりとか、そういう簡単な受け答えはします。
I answer their questions with simple answers. Maybe you have to pay more for premium answers?
One such client is Aruna Chida, who found out about Morimoto when his business was trending on social media.
なんか友達と一緒だと友達を楽しませなきゃみたいな気持ちがちょっと出るんですけど、レンタルさんだったら黙っててもいい。
Wait, but then why do you hire someone to hang out with if you don't want to hang out with them? She's just gonna be on her phone because she doesn't want to have to entertain somebody all the time? Then why pay $70 for him to come over? This dude is like the real life Subway Surfer clips in the background. She just wants to have a guy around in her peripherals just in case she gets bored. Okay, so it looks like he actually fell into this career through a strange path. When Soji Morimoto was fired from his office job in 2018, his superior had criticized him for lacking initiative and not doing anything of value for the company. Joke's on him because Morimoto, now 41, has since spun a lucrative career out of doing nothing. Honestly, it doesn't really sound like the joke is on him. It sounds like his boss was exactly right. He said, you're not doing anything, and he's like, I'll show you. I'm gonna not do anything. I'm really gonna show you how right you were, man. Whoa, it says once a client who could not attend a concert with a friend rented Morimoto to take her place. So she didn't rent him to go with her, she rented him to go instead of her. That would be scary for the other friend. Yo, sorry I can't make it tonight, but I'm sending somebody with you instead. You're sending somebody with me? What does that mean? Who? I don't know. I've never met him before. I'm just paying him to come. Don't worry though. He's not gonna do anything. Okay, what do you mean he's not gonna do anything? I'm just saying, you don't have to worry about him doing anything, alright? He does nothing. Yeah, this is freaking me out. I think I'm gonna hire a guy to go in my place too. I have been put in objectively difficult situations, such as standing in line under the blazing sun, standing for hours in the freezing cold, attending parties with only strangers. That's actually your job. That shouldn't be the difficult part. Hey, how was your job of being a professional basketball player today? Not good. They made me touch the ball! Not a therapist. There have been several requests for Morimoto to be a listening ear on clients' bad days. However, when it comes to conversations, Morimoto offers the bare minimum and the simplest of answers. I gotta be honest, good for him for getting the bag and everything, but he's like a rent-a-friend, but it's like renting a really bad, checked-out friend. Wait. Y'all mind if I talk about my dog's food for a second? That's right, gang. It's me, from the future. It's not a very exciting future, but I have hung up some of the pictures on my wall. You see, just like that rental friend, I have a job too. It's taking care of two very cute dogs, Sunday and Zero. But unlike my rental friend, I put in much more effort than the minimum required effort to do this job, which is why I treat them with the best dog food you can find. Sundays for Dogs, the sponsor of this video. I love Sundays for Dogs because it's not your generic, super processed dog food. Sundays for Dogs is air dried, which means it has this nice kind of jerky texture to it. It's much softer than regular dog food, but even though it's healthy, it's not gonna add more hassle to your life like those dog foods you have to refrigerate or cook for your dog every day. Being a parent to dogs and a human boy, my son is, I gotta make sure I'm not spreading myself too thin. I want something that's just as convenient as regular dog food, but much healthier. My dogs love this food. My dog Sunday in particular is a very picky eater. She would get tired of other foods. This, she has never gotten tired of. Zero is a fiend. He'll eat anything, but I can tell that he likes this too. So if you want to give your dog the chance to fall in love with Sundays and eat some delicious beef heart, beef liver, quinoa, pumpkin, blueberries, then you can get 50% off your first order of Sundays at sundaysfordogs.com/Greg. Or just use my code Greg at checkout. That's sundaysfordogs.com/Greg. Thanks to Sundays for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Sunday.
What's the cost of friendship? What do you think? Well, according to a new website, it's about $25 an hour.
Right. In today's Morning Original, 13 Action News reporter Kelsey McFarland shows us how people are making a living on rentafriend.com.
Yeah, that's right. Just like you could go online and rent furniture, a movie, or some clothing, you can rent a friend. This is a list of people in Las Vegas that can be your friend for a day, and there's more than 100 pages of options.
So it sounds like this is a thing in the US too, and there's a whole website where you can do it. I wonder if they all specifically do nothing, or if that's just that one guy's thing.
You don't want to go to a work event alone, dying to see a concert but have no one to enjoy it with. Nikki Souza is your girl. You just have to pay her $30 an hour.
It sort of feels like you're just a tour guide, essentially. You feel like a private tour guide. So you meet with people and you're like, hey, let me show you my city. Let me show you the cool things to do that I love.
Okay, well, that's kind of an interesting use case. At first, I was like, how is she a tour guide if you guys are both going to a concert that neither of you have been to before? But in the case where you're like in a new city and you want someone to show you around, I could see this being useful. I do gotta be honest though, in my head, everybody on this website is trying to kill me. And so I would be too scared for sure to ever use something like this. Whoa, you can buy a family in Japan? I guess rent one, not buy one. Well, what is buying except for renting forever? It's more of a philosophical question, I guess. Meet Ishi Yuchi, a father, a loving husband, a friend, the perfect boyfriend, the long-lost uncle, and lastly, the founder of Family Romance. Why is it called Family Romance? What's the romance part? Is that just like a bad translation? Okay, this might take a very disturbing turn. I hope it doesn't. At 43 years old, Yuchi has taken on several roles for countless clients, a father to over 25 families, and a husband to over 600 women, but none of them are his real family members. I have so many families I am a part of as a fake husband and father. I sometimes forget which role I'm playing. I am worried I'm going to think myself into one of these roles and lose my own identity. It sounds like he's realizing during this interview what a bad idea what he's doing is. Yeah, it's great, man. I mean, I do this with so many families, I don't know who I am anymore. Actually, I'm terrified of forgetting my real family. I don't want to do this anymore. Would you hire a stranger to be your spouse or your parent? For some in Japan, the rental family is the answer to avoiding awkward social situations. Yeah, as long as you don't think that hiring an actor to play your parent or spouse is an awkward social situation. I get that this is largely because Japan has this like big loneliness problem. There's not a lot of young people, looking for love and all sorts of stuff like that. So it is kind of sad, honestly. But you know, maybe instead of renting a family or friends, there should just be like a service that can connect you with friends that are real friends. Then that way you both don't have to pay each other. Yo, someone should start that business, honestly. I would be curious, actually, I'd be curious to see like why people aren't doing that.
It's a way to use the power of technology to make new friends.
This way, people get to go out and meet people and do so much more things.
Scott Rosenbaum came up with the idea 10 years ago after seeing dating apps, but nothing for people just wanting to make friends.
I didn't like that picture of the CEO. I feel like usually when you see pictures of CEO, it's like a really clean headshot. This one is like a really, almost looks like a mugshot actually. This guy is not your typical CEO. He wants to kill you just as much as everybody else on this website, I think.
Friends in Phoenix?
Then get searching. In Phoenix alone, I found more than 200 pages of potential friends.
Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm from Phoenix, and I've been on Rent-A-Friend for a little over a year.
As a single mom living in the Valley, Chris says the site looked like a great opportunity.
I really needed to get back out there and be around people again, and I figured this was a great way to meet new people.
But it's not just for fun, it's also a business. On top of the membership fee, each friend charges you by the hour.
It is really appealing. I mean, and I think that's why so many people are on the site.
I feel like you gotta think that you're sick as hell to put yourself up on this website. Like, I would worry that I'm like such a bad hang that people wouldn't get their money's worth and they'd want like a refund hanging out with me. Maybe if I got like really good at a niche talent so that if at any point it did get awkward or boring, I could be like, you want to see me do a backflip?
Nicole, nice to meet you. It's the same reason why Joe says he signed up, and he's made thousands doing it.
I've had anywhere from people wanting to go to the bar to meet people that are new in town just don't have any friends.
Sound Sound too good to be true? Well, depends on how you feel about meeting a total stranger. But the website doesn't do all the work for you. The friends that you meet and connect with aren't being background checked, so you're responsible for your own safety.
Dang, he really said try at your own risk. You're responsible for your own safety. That doesn't make me feel better about this service, I'll tell you what.
The site even offers tips before heading out to meet your new friend.
Use common sense. Most importantly, you always want to meet in a public place.
Ultimately, use the same judgment you would for any internet-based interaction.
I feel like it's the same grounds as Facebook, anything else. You're obviously going to have, potentially anyway, have issues with people misusing it just like anything else. I mean, nothing in this world is 100% safe.
That was Nicole Valdez reporting. If you meet somebody through the site and you hit it off, you don't have to keep paying that person to be your friend. The creator says that person can stop charging you whenever they want.
But chances are with your dork ass, they're gonna keep charging. Sorry, Buster. This is actually a good idea. You can overcome your social anxiety by facing your fear head on and build up your social skills. Okay, you know what? I'll actually say that's fair. This could be a cool way to kind of practice your social skills if that's something that you struggle with. Then you don't have to worry about embarrassing yourself in the real world, so to speak. Sounds dangerous. Ain't nobody trying to get abducted by the Night Ripper. The Night Ripper? Did he see something in the video I didn't see? I go back and there's like the profile pictures of people on the website, and one of them is just like an evil demon called the Night Ripper. It's got an interview with the Night Ripper. It's like, yeah, I just signed up because I like going to concerts and wanted to go with people. This is just a name I was born with. I don't like night or ripping. So, been on that site for years and no one has rented me. Yeah, that's really sad. That would also be a huge hit to your ego. If everyone's like, actually, I'm gonna need you to pay me to hang out. You sound so boring. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the second channel here. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.